So I might not be here for Auto Club Thursday. Gotta remember to tell Elvin that.
Wait, Auto Club?
Yeah, race 17. Because I'm looking at the schedule right now.
Race 17?
It's the first race of the round of 8.
Where are you gonna be?
St. Petersburg, Florida.
Oh, fun.
Watching the St. Pete Grand Prix, baby!
Fucking Indy.
But I'm staying there a little longer because I'm staying with my aunt. So we're
okay.
going to do some shit around St. Pete. I might be back Thursday. No, actually, I might be there Thursday. I don't know yet.
If
I'll have to
anything,
look into that.
I'm good for Thursdays going forward, so that's all that matters.
What?
Saturdays are the issue.
Never mind, I'll be here. We're good.
Oh, never mind. My only issue is Saturdays, because going forward, I'm still iffy on some of those. Only due to my dad's recovery, so.
Yeah. And did you see the shout out I gave you?
No. Which race?
I gave you a shout out when I think it was either last Thursday or the Thursday before that. Whichever one was the first one you didn't show up, I gave you a shout out.
What'd you say?
I said a lot of very nice, heartfelt things.
I'm sure
It was
that's
very
true.
genuine. Huh?
Are we sure that's true?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just making sure because we've had our differences.
Yes, but
Also,
I enjoy
we are
our
live, by the way,
differences.
so let's just be careful what we say going forward. We've been live for the last 3 minutes.
All right, chick flick over. Chick flick session over.
So no one's really in here yet, but I know some people are going to be watching this over. Welcome to the stream. I'm sure I'm going to be saying this a lot over the next 20 minutes, but we have some things to go over before we start. Tonight we race at Charlotte for race number 14, race number 2 of the Phantom Pro Series playoffs. Should be a fun one tonight. Longest race of the season, 200 laps, 4 stages, 2 pit stops per stage. That's 8 pit stops. It's going to be a fun one tonight. Some things to go over before they start qualifying. The Daytona 500 was this past Sunday. And actually, before I go into that, sorry that I've been missing the last few weeks. I am going through some family stuff, but we are working through that. And I will be back for every Thursday. Saturdays will be a little bit complicated. I'd also like to say that I am joined tonight by my co-host, Wallbridge, up in the
Sup?
And we should have a good one on our hands tonight. So the Daytona 500 was this past Sunday, and very crazy race from start to finish. A lot of 3-wide action, and unfortunately not the best ending in my opinion, only because I'm just not really a big fan. But it was a good race before the ending. You're a William Byron fan, am I correct?
Yes.
Okay, so this is where we're gonna end up disagreeing. I thought it was.
I don't think we're gonna disagree as much as you think.
I think what I was mostly frustrated about. Obviously, I'm a Denny Hamlin fan, and he got taken out in the big one caused by William Byron and Alex Bowman.
I think
it was mostly Bowman's fault.
It was so Bowman's fault, dude. He absolutely knew that Byron.
Isn't gonna take
it's also on Bowman because you saw that his car was could not do it.
If you know that,
you got he saw him get squirrely halfway down the backstretch and proceeded to slam him going into turn 3.
And Bowman kept doing it. And then the part that made me the most frustrated was that they both drove off with no damage.
Yeah,
I think that was heavily frustrating to me. And
I
then
still
obviously
love
the race
the fact
ended.
that
What, it was the Daytona 497.5?
499, yeah, 498.5.
Yeah, that's just it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. It's just another race. As much as people want to say, it is still the Daytona 500, but it is.
Yeah, and you have to look at it too. Like that was the raciest 500 I think of this next gen era.
And I think they're really the package is starting to look good.
Yeah,
I think it's coming together.
That was so
We're gonna
racy.
See this weekend in Atlanta to see how the package really is, because we're going back-to-back super speedways to start the season.
I think Atlanta is going to be different though, because Atlanta is way more narrow.
You know, it's still hard to hear that come out of my mouth, saying that super speedway and Atlanta is the same sentence. But
Yeah, I
it's
still don't know
still-
how I feel about that.
it's rough, but it is what it is. Who's your pick for that race? Because I make my preseason predictions. My pick for Daytona was wrong. It was Brad, but then going
He
into the
could have
duels-
been there, and he should have been there.
Yeah, if it wasn't for Bowman, he probably could have had a top 3. Right.
Yeah,
It is what it is. It's just racing
it
for the
is.
win
But
in the Daytona 500.
I gotta go with Logano. I think I'm gonna go Logano
Ooh.
because he had a really good car at Daytona. He was probably the best car on track.
Oh, easily. My pick was actually Chastain because I just make random predictions.
I like Chastain.
for
I really wish. I
Chastain
really
ran
wish
really good there in
Chastain
the
won it.
500. Yeah, I wanted him
I really
to.
wish he
And I'm a
won.
Denny
I really
Hamlin
wish he
fan.
won.
As a Denny
Oh.
Hamlin fan, I was cheering him on, but
I was so rooting for him.
then Vegas I had Byron winning there instead of Daytona. I had Keselowski, Daytona, Vegas, Byron. I don't know. It's
Well,
it's
maybe
gonna be a
that
long
means
season.
Keselowski. That maybe your picks were backwards. Maybe Keselowski will be the one to win at Atlanta.
I don't know. The RFK cars are going to be really fast. I feel like this
Mhm.
season. I think they're going to be hard to beat all season, especially Buescher coming off last year. I think he's
Yeah,
gonna be
the
really
jump
fast.
between last year and the year before, incredible by RFK. Like Roush was almost extinct when Keselowski got there, and then he just was like casually winning 3 races last year.
You know who I think is going to have a big breakout year though, team wise? I think it's going to be Legacy Motor Club, and it's a hot take, but they just got the new they signed the thing with Joe Gibbs, so all their
Mhm.
equipment is Joe Gibbs equipment, and
Mm-hmm.
they weren't getting any help from Chevy when they were
No,
still in
they
Chevy.
were
That's why they left.
Like a second-rate Chevy team because Chevy has so many cars.
Yeah, and they just didn't feel like taking care of the 43 car anymore, so that's why they switched to Toyota. And arguably,
Well,
I think
yeah.
those Toyotas grew on me, man. They look good. I'm not gonna lie, they do look good. Yeah.
Camrys look better. Camrys look better.
What do you mean? These are
It
still
just
Camrys.
it just lacks in detail. Like it's just
They're still
so
Camrys?
plain. Yeah, but it's so. I like the old Camrys better. Like they're
I know what
so
you mean.
plain.
I think I got used to it pretty fast, obviously, probably because I have to, as a Denny
Well,
Hamlin
yes.
fan. But
Yes.
like some of those cars, like did
Like
you see the
Ford,
42?
like the new Ford Mustang is so much better than
I
the
don't
old
agree
one.
with that. Well, no,
I like it.
I thought you meant compared to the. I think compared to the Toyotas, I think they're pretty equal. But I mean, did you see the 42 car for this weekend? That thing is beautiful. If you look at Legacy Motor Club on Instagram, and you go to their 4th post, they even have Oreo on the car, which means an Oreo paint scheme's coming soon for them.
Oh
Which
my
is gonna
god,
be
Oreo's
sick.
back.
But dude, that car is fire. It gives me Havoline vibes back from way
Now
back.
I gotta
in the day.
look. Now I
Davey
gotta look.
Allison vibes.
Ooh, Family
telling you, man.
Dollar. Oh, the
Black
Family
and-
Dollar scheme.
Yeah.
Okay, nope. That looks absolute fire. Like,
Did you see what they did with the? Do you know how all the Toyotas have that black line across the front? They made a gold
Yeah.
line.
I do like the gold. The gold is a sweet touch, and I can't knock it. I can't knock it, especially
The back
because I
end
hate
of those
Toyota.
Toyotas are so mean though. You got to look at the
I
back
love how the
end.
43 just like meh, and then you got the 42 like what up? Like,
Yeah, I know that thing's mean.
it's such a contrast. Like the 43 is like, all right, that's pretty good, and then you got the 42 like, damn. Uh-huh.
Man, I don't know, man. The Toyotas really grew on me pretty fast.
Yeah, I know. I still like the old Camry.
It's
better,
still
though.
hard looking at Johnson in a Toyota.
Yeah, nope. I'm never gonna get used to that.
No,
Never. Nope.
I don't think it's possible. I
you
was rooting
can't.
against him so hard, and it's not for the reasons that you would think, right? I've been rooting against Johnson in all of these last few starts of his career, only because I was at his last career win and I want it to stay that way.
Yeah.
I don't want him to get a win because I
Yeah.
have that privilege to say that I was at his last career win at Dover back in 2017.
Yeah.
Like, that is such a flex. I'm going to resell that ticket someday.
Yeah. No, I got to be at Belichick's last game against the Jets, which we're not gonna talk about, but I do get that. Like, I got to be there for the last one. I got to be at Big Poppy's last game. I got to be at Belichick's last game.
I was at the Giants game where they retired Eli's number. which I didn't even know that they were even doing it that game. I kind of just showed up, and during halftime, like, oh, we're retiring Eli's number. I'm like, oh, that's why they're giving us Eli Manning bobbleheads before the game. It made a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But no, Atlanta's gonna be a good race. I feel like. I think people hate on the new Atlanta, obviously because they miss the old Atlanta. But people were also complaining about how crappy the racing got. So I don't know. I like the new Atlanta. I think it took me some time to get used to. You know, when they first announced it, right? And I remember I watched. I was like, what do you mean it's going to race like a super speedway? That's got to be BS. And then I turned on First Practice for that one, the one race 2 years ago in 2022. And I was like, what is this? Why are they racing in packs?
Yeah. And I think iRacing, I don't know if this is just me connecting the dots, but I saw a race on iRacing like a year or two before they made that paving adjustment, and they were racing on a track like Atlanta in packs, like it was a super speedway. And I'm like, ooh, this is interesting. And then 2 years later, Atlanta's like, yeah, we're doing a refig.
Yeah, and they turned it into a pretty good track.
It is a good track now.
I know.
You know what?
We haven't had a really bad
I wish
race
the haters of Atlanta could turn that energy and just put it at Texas.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Texas is the worst track in the entire race series.
Texas is the worst track in America. It is the worst track in the country. Hands
Texas
down.
Motor Speedway, if you ever planned on sponsoring us, too bad. It's never
because you can't race anything on it. IndyCar can't race there. Well, I mean, they have to because they're signed to. But, dude, the racing in there in total sucks. Like, I would rather see IndyCar at
I'm so glad they moved the championship to Nashville. I think that's going to be a great race.
Nashville what? Super Speedway?
Yeah. That's the new championship
track. The IndyCar championship?
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah. It's better than the Nashville Street Course.
Yeah. No, it used to. No, it wasn't the Nashville. Well, no, I liked the Nashville Street Course. That was pretty cool. You had to drive by a football stadium. I thought that was neat. And over a bridge, too. Also neat.
Yeah. Thankfully, no one
But where does that put not Twin Ring. What the hell is the name of it?
I know what track you're talking about. That's been the finale track for the last, what?
Like 30 years?
Yeah. I think they're just getting qualifying wrapped up.
Oh.
Johnny Boy is apparently streaming. Hopefully he stays on the lead lap. No, that's not I'm not coming at Johnny Boy.
I know. It just helps us out because
qualifying's not even over yet.
Then we got to do math. I might need you to.
What?
His YouTube page.
Oh, Field Filler's also streaming.
Ooh, Field Filler.
Oh wait, yeah, I actually have watched his streams before, so I know who that is. That's good. So Field Filler.
I don't remember. I really gotta start saving some of these guys, or at least screenshotting their names so that way I can go back and look it up.
I know that's what I tried to do back then. What's their, I'm asking Owen what's their YouTube page.
Yeah.
Oh wait, that means I'm in control tonight. I forgot I'm the lead role tonight.
Yeah, you're the lead role, which honestly, I'm pretty okay with. I think I got it.
I mean, how have you been doing on Saturdays as the lead role?
It's been pretty good.
Nice.
Me and Elvin have been working out his software for doing his streams, so that's been pretty fun. I think actually Saturday went pretty well. Saturday showed me a lot of things I didn't think I was going to see. Like, the way they drive into the corners was, like, not what I was expecting. Like, taking a high route into turn 3 and then getting a low exit on turn 4. I wasn't expecting that would be what worked, but it worked pretty well, honestly.
Oh, Elvin's just sent me the link for the YouTube video.
I think I'm on Field Village right now.
Look up Ray Graham.
Ray Graham.
Yes. They are live. Harley stopped streaming, I guess, due to lag issues. So, I understand. I'm live on their stream. Yeah, it's actually good quality because they're playing on PS5, so don't have to worry about all that bullshit. Sorry for cursing again, Elvin. I know you're gonna be rewatching this. Don't come at me.
Ah, there it is.
Alright, they got 2 laps to go in qualifying, so we should be going just a second.
Yeah, I haven't gotten any invites yet, so
I'm ready to go.
I'm just happy, dude. We got more cars in this race than we do on Saturday. Saturday could have used a couple more cars. Another thing that was cool about Saturday is they split up into like into groups of 2, which is really weird.
Yeah, it kind of has like a pack effect here at
Charlotte. It was really interesting to see.
I seen that a while back when we were covering NARS. Me and Elvin, we were covering the Charlotte race, and I remember there being 2 packs. And shout out NARS, one of our main sponsors. That was a great race, and hopefully we get some of that racing tonight. We aspire to be like some of these other leagues. That's why we have so many other league sponsors, is because we try to learn from other leagues and find out what they're doing that might be a little bit better than what we're doing. So, shout out NARS once again. And
hey, why don't you shout out the new one?
Oh, what? Flash 9's workout program?
Yeah.
Shout out Flash 9 workout program.
There you go. You
not
said
an official sponsor.
I made sure you did it.
Not an official sponsor, but
you said you were gonna do it.
I said I was gonna shout it out before the race. Yes, I did. So I'm gonna shout this out every single stage break for the rest of the race. I'll sneak it in at the end. Flash 9 workout program. Learn how to lick trees. That's all I'm gonna say.
No, I didn't know the second bit. Oh my god, I'm falling out of my chair.
For anybody that doesn't know what that means, no questions allowed. That's a part of the workout program. You don't ask questions.
Oh no!
So everybody hit up Flash 9 about his beautiful workout program.
Oh my god!
He has a lot to teach you. I learned plenty. Ask Elvin, actually. He learned plenty too. He was telling us about one of his experiences earlier today.
He's like a sponge, dude.
Yeah. That tree will never forgive Elvin for what he did.
Oh, he's not saying Groot anymore.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Also, shameless plug, shout out Chick-fil-A. You guys gave me some really good food earlier.
Oh my god.
I wish they could have been open on Sunday.
Also, shout out Taco Bell for being like one of the more reasonably priced fast food places.
Absolutely not. We're not shouting out Taco Bell.
Why?
Because they gave me a really bad illness like a week ago.
Oh, okay, never mind. Screw Taco Bell.
Yes. Alright, so they finished
KFC. KFC, baby.
Shout out KFC, absolutely. I wish they weren't so overpriced. But it's so worth that money. Actually, I take that back. Those tender meals are expensive, man.
Yeah.
Shout out Chili's, my job. I should turn off.
Welcome to Chili's.
Shut up, man. You know how many times I have to say that on a daily basis? It's not really fun.
You are the walking meme.
Oh, wait. Someone just left the lobby. I hope they're not making a new lobby. That would really stink. But that would just mean our podcast gets extended a little bit longer.
Heck yeah. We get to come up with more things to ramble about and/or make fun of Elvin about.
Make fun of Flash 9. I mean, even though he did nothing wrong, but we are shouting him out
No.
program.
But Flash 9 is the kind of guy who could take it, so.
Yeah.
He'll have fun with it.
My favorite. Oh, wow. We actually have 6 viewers in here. Welcome to the stream, everyone. Oh, man.
Dude, I still can't believe how bad that stupid outage was today. Like,
oh, man, that was rough. You know, between. So I was in first period just sleeping because that's what I do first period. It's pretty much a free period for me because I'm a senior. So all of a sudden I'm listening to my music, walking to second period, and then boom, everything shuts off. I'm like, what?
Yup.
And then I'm like,
I tried
okay,
to order Dunkin's,
I was
dude,
worried
and it
that
just wouldn't go through.
See, I was worried that I forgot to pay a bill. I was like, did I forget to pay the bill? And then I was like, after it was over, finally I went on Instagram and I saw a post saying that there was a massive outage. I'm like, oh. Also, we have 8 viewers. Wow. Before we even start, thank you everyone for tuning in.
Yes.
And spending your beautiful Thursday nights with us. I know that there's a lot of other stuff you guys could be doing, but you're here listening to us yap. So,
pretty much.
We're honored to have you guys here. And we are going to put on a show for you guys tonight. The drivers are going to put on a show for you guys. It's going to be nothing less than pure entertainment. And that's a promise that we can assure you guys.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have to lower my mic volume because I'm figuring that we're going to get a really good ending to this race. And
I
hope it's not like
I'm glad you're jumping ahead of that now.
Yeah, I just fair warning. It's me and Wallbridge get a little bit jumpy.
Cross.
I guess
Turn.
What was the one race that drove us absolutely mad?
The last race we did.
Yeah. No, the one before Dover. Oh, there's the invite.
No, it was the end of Dover, because Flash 9 made the last lap pass.
Not that one. The other one that had us screaming.
Oh, no, I know which one you're talking about. Crap. Kansas.
Yes, Kansas. That was absolutely insane. Wait, was it Kansas?
Kansas was before Dover. It was Road America, Kansas.
Oh, yeah,
Road America was
Kansas.
my first. Kansas was second. Dover was my third.
It was Kansas.
And then you weren't here for Richmond.
Yes. Okay, Owen, I'm seeing the invites, buddy.
But Ray is still... Oh, no, he's in the lobby. But they're not going in yet.
Alright, they're going over roll call right now.
Wonderful.
So, once again, everyone, thank you guys for tuning in. I'm going to be saying that a lot tonight because we really do appreciate you guys coming out tonight.
Yeah, we do.
It's going to be a long one.
And if you like what you see before we get into the race... Every Thursday and Saturday, 9 p.m. Eastern.
I was joining the race. Let's repeat that.
Oh, you're joining the race? Okay, yeah, I'm joining right now. But no, if you like what you see, please hit the like button. And if you want to know when we go live, hit subscribe and then hit the bell. Go live every Thursdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Adjust for your specific time frame. But yeah, we really like putting out this product for you guys, for your entertainment. And we hope that you enjoy what's going to be the longest race of the season right here. I can keep babbling if you want to go. That's the best part about having ADHD is I can just keep going.
All right, here we go.
Stuff.
Through the restart zone. Old Johnny Boy leads him to the green flag. And we are underway here at Charlotte. Alvin Priest through the grass. What is going on? Oh, they had to restart it. I forgot. So
yeah, they're doing it.
We're going to do a manual start. We're going to... Here we go. See,
you gave it such a good run.
I missed 3 weeks. I think I chopped up the start a little bit too much anyway, so I'm kind of glad I'm getting a redo at this.
There you go.
I'll be able to redeem myself here. I know what to say this time.
Okay,
hopefully
so
we're
Parley's starting on pole, Flash second.
I figured. I mean, Parley was I noticed it in...
Yeah,
when
he was going right to the
infield grass. It said he was on pole. And then I was like, wait, what? Why is everyone in different positions? But it's okay. Everyone's in their spots now.
Third.
Yeah, let's go to the field real quick. Old Johnny Boy fourth. Who's fifth? That is 19 millimeter. And then I guess sixth is the 6 car, but I don't know. We're going to go up to the front here, though, and we are going to make our way through the restart zone as the cars are fired up. Green flag is out here in Charlotte.
What a start here. Parley breaks out to a huge, or not huge lead, but an early lead. Black Cross to the inside of Flash 9 to take away P2. Black Cross really needs a good run here, especially with where he's at in points.
Parley now leading the field back. It looks like he's going to lead this first lap here. It looks like the top three, Parley, Black Cross, and Flash 9. Correct. See, I'm back. I'm doing okay. Oh, Flash 9 is back down the race. They're all backing out. Oh, no.
Oh no, lag storm. Lag storm.
Looks like the red flag is out for lag showers here in Charlotte. We will have a little bit of a race delay here, but everyone grab your umbrellas.
You know what we didn't do before this? We did not go over the point situation going into the second race.
No, we didn't. Neither did we make our picks.
No. So this is actually a saving grace.
Thank you, lag showers, for coming in and potentially messing up everything. Yeah, let's go over the point situation. I've missed the last few weeks, so I'm not fully updated on points.
So you got Showtime in first, Parley second, behind him by like 24. No, sorry, 14. Then Elvin Priest behind Parley by 5 and third. Behind Elvin is Field Filler by 3. Fifth is iShoot behind fourth by 22. Old Johnny Boy in sixth behind iShoot by 3. 1.19 behind Old Johnny Boy in seventh. Speed Clinic in eighth behind by 5. Black Cross, though, sitting just above that cutoff. Yeah, just above that cutoff line. Behind 8th by 10 and only above Lord Grizzle in 10th by 9. Actually, it's really close between 9th and 12th. So, yeah, Black Cross. Actually, no, Black Cross is below the cutoff line. He's in 9th. I forgot, it's the top 12.
It looks like we're about to go green here in just a second.
Yeah, they're not in the race yet, though.
I'd also like to once again give a shout out to the viewers. You guys did not tune out for these lag showers.
So wait, who's the pick, though? Before we go in here, who's the pick?
I'm going to go with Elvin Priest tonight. You know, I was thinking Parley, but I think that Elvin Priest is going to be the guy to beat tonight. I think, you know, he asserts his dominance at tracks like this. I think, and this is not really an underrated pick or, you know, dark horse pick, but he's been really consistent recently. I think Lord Grizzle has the potential to get it done here tonight.
Yeah. I think I got to go with last week's winner, Parley. Got the monkey off, got that first win. I think he's going to be looking to maximize here. I think he's going to be able to be a little bit more courageous with and I think my dark horse is going to be Black Cross because he's been having a couple of joining the race. He's been having a couple of bad weeks. I think this is going to be the week we see a resurgence in him. Maybe not get the win, but I can see a top 3 happening if he stays with it. Because he's only below the cutoff line by 10 points. So a good finish here would be awesome for Black Cross.
Absolutely. And now, with all the lag showers finally going away, it looks like we're going to start the race here with a little competition caution and get the drivers back in their positions. So I'm not going to cover it like it's the start of the race as they come to the green flag here.
Here we go. If you won't, I will.
As we know, Parley is going to be the pole sitter. So, I know we're underway. No, we're not. Someone's in the grass.
It's a 16 and a 42.
5 back up front. You know, a track like Charlotte, always a fun track. I think that one of the things you got to look out for, man, is that turn 3 entry. It's rough, and if you overshoot it, you're sliding into that apron, you're sliding up the track. But if you don't hit the corner, you have the potential of slamming that wall off the corner or getting loose. This track is very unforgivable in 3 and 4.
Yeah, did you see Saturday's race?
No.
Oh, what you're talking about is exactly what happened. The final lap, going into turn 3, Kari went low to make a block, and then missed turn 3 entry, shot high, and gave up the win.
Wow. And hopefully we don't see any of that tonight as we come to the green flag now. Parley, we're going to try this again, leads them to the green flag here in Charlotte.
And just like last time, he breaks out to the early lead. Black Cross looking to capitalize on that and get to the inside of the 7. He does. Here comes Aishu in the 78. Underneath no. I was about to say the wrong name. Underneath old Johnny Boy, my bad.
All good. As the top 3 remains the same as it was last time we tried this. Parley with the lead. Black Cross second. Showtime Flash rounding out the top 3 as things are going to get exciting here in any second.
Yeah, 1-9, able to get through. He's through to 4th. Goes a little bit too high, giving up a lot of bottom through turns 1 and 2. Allows old Johnny Boy to get right back to his bumper. But you can just see with all this battling going on behind, those top 3 are starting to break away from the rest of this field.
Also like to shout out some of the new drivers in the field tonight. Happy GFR in the 6 car, and then Dunlap Racing in the 66. Both new guys running right now, 6th and 7th, so a good start to this race and a good introduction to the Phantom Racing League for these guys.
Yeah, and we saw Happy at Richmond. He ran a really good race there. We're expecting to see the same, if not better, from him today, so that's definitely a car we need to keep our eye on today. But right now, Parley still out in front, in control. I think these 3 are doing exactly what we talked about before the race. Working together to try and make sure, or exactly what we saw on Saturday, work together to just separate themselves from the rest of the field and make it a 3-car battle.
I mean, these cars, though, 4th on back, doing a good job at forming this line. That's led by 19mm, who's had some struggles over the season. Hasn't really found his way into a position to win a race, but doing a great job leading this second pack. Leading old Johnny Boy in the 41 car. Look out for these guys to get up there and make a battle for the lead.
Yeah, this is exactly what we expect to see here. Good close pack racing. Always jostling for position, making our jobs real fun to cover this one.
As they've really caught up here. And I'd also like to mention Elvin Priest, not the start he was looking for tonight. He's running all the way back in about 9th right now. Not a great start, but we know Elvin, he really works on pit strategy and working on his car throughout the race, so we expect to see him up in the top 3 in no time.
Yeah, but we've started, since the start of the playoffs, though, I hate to say it, but we've seen his game start to fall off a little bit. Like, Richmond was not very Elvin-y, and now we got him here at Charlotte starting 9th. Definitely something we're going to have to watch for throughout the rest of these playoffs here, especially going into next week, going to New Hampshire. That's his home track, so he's really looking for the rebound race, and I don't know if starting 9th is really how you want to start going about that.
Yes, he's losing a draft from field filler. I would like to mention how hard passing is going to be here tonight. I mean, there's only a few spots on this track where you can dive in under someone and, come through with the position, so one of the best ways to do it is capitalizing on others' mistakes. We've seen it all season long. It's the best way to make a pass at a track like Charlotte.
Or what we saw on Saturday was a whole lot of deception. Showing you were going high, getting them to block high, and then going down low with the run, and then taking them to the inside. We saw a lot of that from Mark McAttack. He was doing that to absolute perfection. Or like you said, catching mistakes. Letting them hit, putting the pressure on, letting them make the mistake, hit the apron and shoot high while you take the run to the inside. That was another thing we saw on Saturday, too. That apron is deadly when you hit it.
Absolutely. In a track like Charlotte, it's very easy to hit the apron. I mean, these guys make their cars so loose to the point where on the long run, it's almost impossible to drive off the corner without spinning the car out. So, you know, it's all about risk and reward, give and take. And it's more of, it's a high risk, high reward situation. It's you make your car looser to go faster, but you also take that risk of spinning your car out.
Yeah. No, we definitely saw a lot of the long run cars get really squirrely. Almost a lot of drivers were saying they were almost undrivable going into these corners. So definitely going to be one to watch here and also see how they enter pit road. Watching pit road entry was awesome because you had a lot of different lines too, like we're going to see coming up here shortly for the green flag pit stops. We saw a lot of guys going high on the exit of turn 4 to be able to ride the banking down and carry that speed into the pit road, which also giving themselves that room to brake too.
As Parley still leading the field, has led every lap so far. Don't forget, these laps don't really matter as much as you think. And it's the only race this season that you'll see all 4 stages in. And it's going to be a long one tonight, 200 laps around this beautiful track out here in Charlotte, North Carolina. You know, Parley, after getting that big win last weekend in Richmond, finally, all season, worked his butt off to get that first victory, and he finally did it. And now he's riding off some of that momentum. How do you think, you know, going forward, he's going to do with all this momentum?
I think it's going to allow him to relax. That's really what he said in his post-race. Was his number one was going to be a thing. He can relax because he's not chasing it anymore. He's got everything he needs this season. He's got the wins, stage wins. He's got the poles. He's got all these things. He never had that win. So now there's less pressure on you when you're in that lead spot to stay there. Now it allows you to drop the shoulders a little bit, really focus on what you're doing, and not so much why you're doing it.
Absolutely, and Parley, we've seen it all season. One of the most consistent drivers here in the Phantom Racing Pro Series. As we expect to see pit stops here in the next 6 laps, who's going to make that first move, you think? Is it going to be someone towards the back, or is it going to be a guy up front?
I think my first pit stop would be Elvin Priest. I think you're going to see him try and short pit to get himself back up to that lead pack because he is dropping far back now. I think you might see all those guys in the back try and pit before the leaders. So those would be mine. I don't think you're going to – I think it's all going to be dependent on how the car runs because we saw Mark in the first stage absolutely run another lap, and it worked out real well for him. So I think that's what I might be thinking about Richmond, but it's all going to be about how your car handles right now. Can you run, or what kind of saving you're doing because you're in the draft? Can you run that extra lap to try and keep yourself on newer tires?
As, you know, getting down the pit road at a track like Charlotte, with how turn 4 is, it's a very loose turn 4. I mean, even when you're going full speed, it's difficult to get down to speed and get down to pit road at a normal track. But Charlotte, you know, it adds a level of complexity to it. And we're going to see these guys here in any lap. Let's see how they get down, and hopefully we don't see any early speeding penalties here in stage 1.
And if you do get a speeding penalty, and if we saw speeding penalties on Saturday, we saw a handful of them. So right now it's just about hitting your marks. If you get a speeding penalty, you kind of want it to be this early because you do have the multiple stage breaks and potentially more cautions at the start of them.
As Harley, Dunlap, and Elvin Priest all come down pit road, sorry to interrupt.
Oh, yeah.
And Lord Grizzle also down pit road, same as the 16 of Beefy Booth. Easy Booth?
Yeah,
okay.
Beezy Booth.
I think I got it.
That's an awesome name, by the way. I love that name.
Absolutely.
It makes my touchatism very happy.
As we're seeing the rest of these guys up in the top 6 all come down pit road.
Yep.
Let's see how they do.
That extra lap. They're going to be a lap fresher tires.
Led by Black Cross and 19mm.
Meanwhile, you got Showtime Flash still out there. Uh-oh. Showtime is slow.
Uh-oh.
Is he sputtering?
He is.
Oh, boy, he pushed it
car
to the absolute max.
Out of gas. That's going to cost him big on time, though.
Yeah, that's going to really hurt him. Oh, he went
He's going to have the 2-lap pressure, but will it matter? He might have lost way too much time there, running out of gas, going down the backstretch. We're going to see, though.
Can Parley keep out in front of these guys? It looks like he'll be able to come out of turn 2. Just squeaked by Black Cross to maintain the lead. Black Cross lets him by. Parley back to the top. Black Cross in second. Where is Flash going to come out? He's going to have the freshest tires in the field, too, so that's going to work to his advantage. But I think sputtering down the backstretch is really going to hurt him because here comes the pack, and he's just exiting pit road.
Nowhere near.
Oh. Hey, if you're going to be gutsy, especially when you're the points leader, you definitely want to do it this early. But he's back there with help. He's going to jump up here with the 42 and the 44, catch a little bit of their draft, keep up with them in the corners. I think he'll be fine, especially with the tire advantage.
And we were just talking about giving and taking, and, you give that extra lap hoping to, use some strategy, and then you run out of gas. So an early example of what I was talking about before, it's all about the risk and reward.
You know who did win that pit cycle? Look who's in third right now. 1-9 in the 78.
And these guys are on a lap fresher tires than Parley. We're going to see how they work here. Are they going to be patient with it, or are they going to work together to pass this 5 car? We're going to see here in just a second.
I think you wait a little bit. You wait and let the 5 keep out in front. You stay behind them. Use a little bit of use a quarter less throttle, save your tires, save your gas, and then you can go another lap farther than him. Make Parley do all the work while you take advantage of the lap extra that you can do and try and add on to it by staying behind him.
Parley seems to be struggling at hitting his marks right now, and Black Cross is all over the back bumper of that 5 car. He has a mirror full of that 24. I mean Black Cross all season long, very consistent when it comes to putting the pressure on, no matter where we are, what track, what kind of track. Always a front runner here in the Phantom Pro Series, and we expect to see him up here all night long, so get used to seeing that 24 car.
Yeah, no, he's always had that top 5 speed, and every race we've run, it was just sometimes it would be mechanical failures or something out of his control that would take him out. But I think if he can keep it clean here, Black Cross is definitely going to be a guy fighting for the win. I told you he's going to be fighting hard because he is right on that cutoff line, and he's not down by much. So he's definitely going to be ramping it up here to try and get ahead of that cutoff line before it hits Talladega.
And one of the best ways to do that is getting stage points. We have a lot of those on the line here tonight with 4 stages. So let's see if Black Cross puts that pressure on to get that first stage complete and his name checked on the board. As we go on board here with the 78 car, let's see what he's doing differently to try and run down these 2 guys in front of him.
I think he's trying to do what we saw on Saturday, a high entry into 3 and cutting it down turn 4 to try and get the runoff and stay with it. Because he's riding low in turns 1 and 2, and then you're going to see he's going to go up to the wall, ride that wall, get as high of an entry into turn 3 as he can, and then bank it down into turn 4.
And no track tests your patience as much as Charlotte. I mean, it's hard to make a pass, and you can get easily frustrated when you feel like you're not going to be able to do it, but it looks like all these guys are staying in line. And speaking of lines, we're looking at the second pack forming, led by Old Johnny Boy in the 41 car. They have a pack of about 6 cars back here. Old Johnny Boy, Flash, the 66 car, Field Filler, Alvin Priest. All these big names in the second pack looking to go run down the leaders here before the second pit stop.
Yeah, but don't look now. Don't look now, though. Here comes Showtime. He's up to P4. He just got past Old Johnny Boy and is now in front of this lead pack. Gotta remember, he's on a lap fresher tires than Black Cross in 1.9, and he's on 2 lap fresher tires than Parley. And he is already starting to get ahead of that 41 in just a half a lap.
As we're finally seeing some passing back here. Not the time to be passing, in my opinion. I think you guys got to stick in a straight line and try to run down these leaders instead of making passes. As you saw, Field Filler dive to the inside of the 41 there. Now the 6 car also going to go down to the inside of the 41. I think these guys just got to lock in here and get single file. That's their best chance of going up there and running down the leaders before the second pit stop start.
Yeah, and we've really seen this 44 and 42 really work together well through these green flag pit stops. We've seen, ever since they've come back out on the track, they have been locked on each other. So I think though Field Filler's looking at it like, I want to be behind the fastest car. What car can get us there faster? And I think going behind Flash is going to serve you a better way to do that, because he has the fresher tires. You know he's got winning speed. So I think if you're looking for a guy to set the charge, Showtime Flash is your #1 candidate.
And I think, you know, with all the communication that goes on during that race chatter, I'm pretty sure they let Flash go by and take this lead. They know if anyone's going to lead them up there to the front, it's going to be that 7 car. Has been fast all season long. You know, we expect nothing less from that number 7 car.
Yeah, right now we're starting to see. And what was weird too is that you would have these bigger pack cars, but you would have, like, they wouldn't be able to gain ground. So we're going to see here if that's going to be a difference from this race to Saturday's race, and whether or not this second group will be able to gain ground on the leaders.
As we go back up towards the front, the top 3 not changing at all. It looks like we might have some pit stops here, though, as some of these guys are making signs that they're going to come down early here. Yes, they are. Elvin Priest, the 44 and 7, all come down pit road,
almost
including the 6 and
second
66.
pack.
So some strategy.
Oh, Johnny Boy stayed out.
It looks like they all want to stick together here, except for Johnny Boy. Johnny Boy makes that last-second decision to stay out, and all these guys are going to stick together back here. Are the leaders going to come down this time now? It looks like Parley is going to lead them on pit road. Black Cross in 1.9 down pit road here at Charlotte.
No, Black Cross stayed out.
1.9 millimeter comes down with Parley, but the 24 has other plans.
I told you, save your stuff. Get that extra lap. We saw how fast that 7 car was able to gain that ground back that he lost. I think Black Cross took note of that, and I think he's either going to come down this time.
He ain't coming down this time.
Oh boy, we saw though, Flash did this in the first stage, but I think because he has the tire and fuel advantage, I think Black Cross might just be able to pull this off. I'm going to keep an eye on this 24. This would be huge for Black Cross if he can get this through. And he is not sputtering. He is going to be on 2 lap fresher tires.
And now he makes the last second decision. He's coming in hot, though. It looks like he gets down to speed, though. A great job by the 24 car. Let's see how this all shuffles out, as he's going to have a lot fresher tires. A lot more than the leaders. Field. Yeah. As I believe what's going to end up happening here is Parley should be the leader, but I believe Black Cross is going to be flying by them just a few laps after. As Parley's currently, with how it's all going to work out, should be your leader once it all shuffles through. 1.9 millimeter running second. As we're about to see the battle off pit road, Black Cross already coming out.
Yeah, but he's going to be behind.
Yes, he is.
Not by much, but he'll be in third. I think he'll be able to come out in third, and if he does, that's going to be mad. No, he won't be able to come out in third, but still going to be massive with this tire advantage that he's going to have.
He's going to come out fourth here. But either way, should be very beneficial to that 24 car. So he's going to go up here and run down these guys with no issue whatsoever if he keeps the car clean.
Oh, this is huge for Black Cross. If he can, a stage win for him is what's separating him from the cutoff. 10 points is all he needs to get himself out of the hole.
As now he's gaining some time on that 7 car. 2 to 3 lap fresher tires means a lot here at a track like Charlotte. So let's see. I mean, it doesn't look like he's gaining too much.
No, he's got 11 laps though. Get your lines back, stay consistent, run down the 7, get by him, and then just keep it going until you hit the top 2.
Do you think he has enough time to go up there and run down the leaders?
I've seen more done with less time.
As he's right up to the back bumper of the 7. The best thing the 24 can do right now is just be patient. I mean, I don't think that he should, push his car to the limits. You don't want to waste those new tires you just got. As, let's see what kind of fight the 7 puts up. It looks like it won't be much, as the 24 is going to fly by on the inside. Now only 2 cars left in his way between him and a stage 1 victory here at Charlotte.
That was a smart move by Flash, doing what everybody did to him. He's going to use the 24. He's going to ride in that draft and use him to get up to the top 2 and try and make a fight for him to get the stage if it does come down to that.
Things are going to get interesting here. Does the 24 car have enough time to go up there and pass these 2 leaders and win stage 1 here at Charlotte?
Right now we got 8 laps, I believe, left in the stage, as we are now coming to 7 laps left in stage number 1. Harley leading 1-9, but the 24 coming in with a head of steam. I don't know.
We're gonna go
I think, though, it's good to do this, though, because you can definitely use this because the stages aren't the same length, are they?
I don't believe so.
Yeah, so when you got those longer stages, this is good. This is a good test run. Get a top 3, get a good finish in the stage, and see what your car can do when you really push it.
As it looks like with 6 to go now, the battle is going to be between that number 5 car and 78 car. As for the first time this season, really, we're seeing 19mm put up a huge fight here for some stage points. And we'll see. I mean, Parley, very experienced. I believe he's the leader in stage wins this season. I'm not sure, though, but he's definitely top 3 in stage wins, as he's looking for yet again another stage win, as we're coming now to 5 laps to go here in stage 1.
Yeah, we're still keeping an eye on that 24 Black Cross. I don't think that those 3 are going to have the time they need to be able to run down those leaders. But yeah, no, Parley has the 6 stage wins this year, most of anybody in the field. Looking to make it 7 now.
An impressive season by that 5 car. Doesn't show in wins, but definitely shows in points and stage wins. As now, with 5 laps to go, looking for that 7th stage win. That means a lot, especially with that momentum from last week's win at Richmond. We're going to see how he builds off of this, and he might come out here and win stage 1 here at Charlotte.
The question is, though, what does 1-9 have for him? When does 1-9 stop being his buddy and start trying to race for himself here? Because stage wins could definitely help 1-9, I think, more than Parley.
Absolutely.
There right now, field filler about 2 seconds behind the leader. And we only got now coming to 3 laps left in the stage.
Ready to go. And Parley doing everything he can to keep that 78 car in his mirror and not on his front bumper, as things might get intense here. I don't know. 19mm. We'll see. This is going to be a huge test of his patience as we make it through here, turn 3. 19mm Maybe looking for a mistake out of that 5 car so he can slip up under him and make that pass to take stage 1. 2 laps to go here in stage 1.
Yeah, I think the good thing with Parley is we haven't seen him make the mistake of getting too close to that apron. He's kept it a good distance away to where he can keep a good run in the corners, but also so that way the 78 of 19 can't get to his inside. So can Parley keep that going? Is now Blackcross being challenged by the 7 in the back, but right now it's all about the stage 1.
As we have 1 lap to go here in stage 1, Parley doing a great job at keeping the 78 behind, and the 78 seems to be struggling on corner entry here in turns 1 and 2. I don't think he's going to have enough time to get back up to the back bumper of the 5. But what a great job by both of these drivers to keep the distance between them and that second pack, as Parley is going to make his way off of turn 4 for the final time. And Parley is your stage 1 winner here in Charlotte.
And Flash going to finish, I believe, 3rd. Blackcross will finish 4th. And Field Filler will finish in the top 5.
We're going to take this time to thank all of our sponsors that make this happen. Here we are.
I might drink water.
This is the first. Oh, wow. We actually have some new sponsors. MFF Motorsports, Chris's Auto Towing LLC, J-Pace Racing, Everything NASCAR, Firelinks Racing Network, the Super Squad, ESMN, Redline, which is by Mark McAttack. That's a new sponsor. FTR Racing League, NARS, and www.minapeach.com. Also, our other sponsor, Flash 9's fitness program. Learn how to lick trees through Flash 9.
Oh, one of these times I won't giggle.
It might be the 5th stage. I mean, we have a lot of them tonight, so
yeah, we do.
There's plenty of time. As we're about to get stage number 2 underway here, the top 2 stay the same. As we saw late there, the 7 car got past the 24 to take 3rd. As we are going green, stage 2 underway here in Charlotte.
Yeah, Parley just so good on the restarts, able to jump out to that lead. 19 able to come down in 2nd. Flash will take 3rd. Blackcross stays in 4th. The top 5 all the same, but right now it's a hornet's nest behind those top 5 cars as everybody's still jostling for position through 3 and 4.
As Elvin Priest once again finding himself in the back here to start another stage. Not what you like to see from, the regular season champ, as he's had a rough start here to the playoffs. It looks like the number 7 car got tight on entry, missed the corner completely, left the door open for Blackcross, but not enough room, as we're going to go to the back of this pack here as things are getting intense back here.
Yeah, and all it takes is one mistake and you're going to see some bad things happen. One hit of the apron, you're under a guy, and then you could be causing a caution. So can they keep this together and keep it tight? Elvin did touch the apron and slid up in turns 1 and 2. Able to save it, though. They stay straight.
Some close battles here at the back. The 50 car leading that little pack. Elvin Priest doing everything he can to get past him. Elvin Priest, a wide entry to turn 3. He's struggling to keep that car down, man.
Yeah, and we're seeing now that 50 able to keep up with him on the outside. He might be might not be able to keep up with him in the front.
As the 78 got pushed wide and moved to 3rd, and now it looks like the 24 is going to get past him for 3rd. Not what you like to see from the 2nd place finisher there in stage 1. Blackcross wastes no time whatsoever. He's going to take 3rd away. Parley still the leader. The number 7 of Flash 9 running 2nd, and then rounding out the top 3's back into the top 3, Blackcross, after some pit strategy towards the end there in stage 1.
Yeah, we saw 19 though back there in stage 1. I think we'll be seeing him back up in the top 3 again. I'm not too worried about it, but look at the Look at the young gun, Happy over here. He's back inside the top 5 now and looking to make a run. Is now the 7. Looks to the inside of Parley. The first lead change of the race happens in stage 2. And Parley gonna drop.
Parley's gonna get stuck on the outside here. And when you get stuck up there, it's pretty much hard to come back. Look what happened to the 78 cars. He almost lost a draft. Hopefully the same doesn't happen to Parley as all these guys are trending past him. Another name that we haven't mentioned yet, Field Filler, now making his way up into the top 3. Was very silent in stage 1, now making some big moves to put his name on the board.
Yeah, as we see Parley just trying to get down to the bottom. He's finally able to do it as he drops back to 5th.
Right behind the 6 car of Happy, newcomer here in the Phantom Racing League. Doing a great job making a name for himself here tonight in Charlotte. As he raced last week in Richmond. I didn't catch that one, so I have no idea what he's capable of. But obviously, showing a lot of speed in that 6 Mustang.
Yeah, no, he did have a pretty decent showing over there at Richmond. So he's definitely shown he can be up front here with the big boys. But we'll be able to see if he can stay up there. Is Blackcross able to find himself back in P2 after trying some pitch strategy too.
Yeah, and we're going to see if he's going to be as patient as he was in stage 1 behind some of these guys. We're going to see if he's going to try to make that move on the 7 car as your 1-2 finishers from the last stage find themselves back in 5th and 6th. That is just a reminder that anything can happen during these restarts at a track like Charlotte. I mean, Parley, I'm sure that we're going to find him back in the top 3 at some point, so I don't think this means too much.
Yeah, it just goes to oh, a little bit of looseness from the 44. Going to let the 6 sneak to his inside. He's going to be fine, but going back to that earlier comment, one mistake is all it'll take, and you'll find yourself back there in 5th or 6th. You miss one corner, and that could spell disaster.
As Blackcross got on the wall. Filler. And that opened the door for the 44 car. Blackcross only clipped the wall in corner exit, and that's what we mean by mistakes. Just the smallest of mistakes can cost you. I mean, he touched the wall and lost the position.
Yeah, tried to get too much on entry, I think going into turn 3, and clipped the wall and let the 44 sneak to his inside.
Now that's going to put the 44 car Field Filler in 2nd, but I don't think he wants to be in 2nd. Oh, he's going to dive it down and hit the apron. The 44 slides up the track. He's going to lose plenty of track position as they make contact for 3rd. The 6 of Happy is going to make his way under the 44. Field Filler, too much give and take as they're still making contact. The 44 goes wide, almost in the wall.
Oh, like I said, one mistake. He saw the gap. You had to shoot that gap. That was for the lead here, especially for a guy like Field Filler. That was a lot of what we saw on Saturday's race, too, is when they missed. Oh, and he misses turn 3 again.
I think he's having some trouble with the car.
Oh, but yeah, we saw that, too.
That's going to cost them the draft.
Yeah, and we saw that on Saturday, guys. Shooting that high entry into turn 3, guys willing to take the inside line when they did that to try and get the run through, to try and make the pass. He tried it there, clipped the apron, and now he just lost a ton of time as Blackcross looking to make now the pass for the lead to the inside of the 7, and who's pushing him? That is the 5 car Parley, looking to put himself back in P2.
Oh, the 7 car all over the place on the outside. As that's going to let the 7... Is he going to get back in line? No, he isn't. Happy takes 3rd away. Lots of battles going on up here up front. Not what we saw in stage 1. We saw a lot of patience. Now we're seeing drivers with a lot less patience making huge moves as that 7 car is trying to do everything he can to stay off the wall. Field Filler takes 4th away, and the 7 slides back in 5th place.
Yeah, I think it's because of what we saw with the pit strategy. Yeah, you could be on fresher tires, but we saw at the end of stage 1, it didn't matter.
There they go.
They didn't gain any time at all. It was 2 seconds between 1st and 3rd.
Ooh, that was close. They almost went 3 wide.
That was close. Yeah, no, but yeah, it was 2 seconds between first and third for like 10 laps straight. So I think now it's all about being in the lead when you come down for green flag pit stops, instead of trying to use strategy to get you to the lead.
As Parley puts a little bit of car distance between him and second place, about 2 car lengths. That's not going to last long. Did he get out to too big of a lead? We're going to see, as field fillers still taking those big risks, diving it down to the inside when there's not really a hole there. I don't know. Looks like the 6 car is looking for his first chance to lead tonight. How aggressive is he going to be?
Yeah, we see field filler, though, peeking to his inside, looking to pounce on the chance he misses turn 1. He didn't, though. He falls back in line. But that was a pretty quick recovery by Parley.
Wow.
And now as we see, the 44 to the inside of the 6.
Wow.
Shoots the corner, the 7 comes down. And field filler will take second. Showtime Flash will be the first one down pit road for green flag pit stops.
Also the 16 car of Beezy Boof down pit road. As we're going to see what these other drivers do. It looks like Parley's making his sign now. He's going to come down this time. But Parley puts some distance between him and second place with all the battling going on back there. He's going to have plenty of space to get down to speed here. But, oh! Blackcross comes sliding in. Did he get down to speed? He came in hot. Hit the inside wall. We're going to see if he has any damage.
I'm not hearing any black flags. I think we're good.
As Blackcross, what a job getting down to speed, gaining about 2 spots there. We're going to see how this all cycles out as the 7 car came in all alone, except for with Beezy Boof.
There you go. You got it now.
Yeah, I know. I was waiting to get that correct. As Parley's going to come off pit road with the lead. Field filler looks to be second. They're side by side for third. And it looks like it's going to go to Blackcross. As the 7 car with a big run. He's going to be easily up to second, but does he have enough to be up to the lead? Parley doesn't block the run. That's going to allow Flash 9 to take the lead back. Great job by the 7 car, but he does have a lap older tires than this number 5 car, Parley.
I think, though, if you're the 7, you're willing to risk it because you saw at the end of stage 1, the tires really weren't as big of a factor as we thought they would be. So I think now you're going to start seeing more aggressive short pitting instead of guys trying to stay out longer to get the tire advantage, knowing that you could have 2 laps fresher tires and it not matter.
As now,
nobody misses turn
Parley
4.
Down to the inside. Not enough.
Ah.
The 7 car shuts the door.
Dang.
We still have 1 pit stop left here in stage 2. Don't forget, this isn't a 3-stage race. It's a 4-stage race. So plenty of time to make a recovery for some of these guys that did not have as good of a pit stop as these 2 leaders. But I'm sure we're going to see a second pack here form in just a second as the 2 leaders keep battling it out. I'm sure the guys in third want to see these leaders fight for that position.
Yeah, no, and this is what we saw on Saturday, too. You're starting to see the pairs form. In the back,
draft.
You got the triplets, but right now, first and second, third and fourth.
Some tandem drafting going on here in Charlotte. Parley still very aggressive. He knows he has the fresher tires than the 7 car. It doesn't look like he wants to waste too much time trying to get past him. He knows if he gets past him, he might be able to break that draft and get some clean air. And that would be huge to collect a second stage win of the night. Looking to sweep the stages here as the 5 car goes down to the inside. Does he have a big enough run to get the spot? Yes, he does. 5 car to the inside and to the lead here in Charlotte.
Hasn't cleared him yet. They're still side by side at turn 4. The 7 car sticking to his outside, but he's gonna let off the throttle just a hair. 5 car Parley will take the lead. The 7 will be right on his bumper though going into turn 1.
New leader here in Charlotte as I keep staying here in Charlotte, I think that's just a bad habit for me. Or just any track that we go to. I think I just say that too much. I'm kind of just having a realization moment in my head. I just changed the subject. As Parley almost hits the wall there. I know that he wants to pull away from the 7 car, but you don't want to waste those tires, man. You got to stay in line and do what you can to keep this lead over those 3rd and 4th place cars.
Now, if you're the 44 and the 24, are you willing to be gutsy enough, knowing that you're not gaining the ground that you want on the leaders, just being by yourselves? Would you want to slip back just maybe a second back to catch those 4 that are behind you and work together to try and catch those 2?
I don't think it's going to be very beneficial to them. I don't know. I think that if they slip back, that's going to be too far of a gap. And it looks like they're doing a good job at slowly gaining or just maintaining that gap between 1 and 2 before the second pit stops start. And plus, we don't know if they start battling up there towards the front again. It'll give them plenty of time to gain some ground on the leaders.
Yeah, if I'm up front and I see a guy looking to my inside, I'm just going to let him go by, get back in line with him, not waste too much time in the side-by-side, knowing that you got 2 strong cars that are trying to catch back up, but they're actually losing time. It was 1.6 seconds, now 1.7.
It doesn't look like that pack of 4 is really getting too much time either. That pack is led by 19mm and Elvin Priest. Also the 50 car of Shack Attack and the 6 of Happy. That's the pack of 4. As Elvin Priest, he's going to dive it down to the inside for 5th. That was a move on 19mm in this pack of 4. He thinks he's the fastest car and he thinks he can lead the pack. We'll see what he's got. As Elvin Priest, known for making huge adjustments during the race and capitalizing on his own mistakes.
Just who we thought we'd see out front, though. Parley and Showtime. These two, since the playoffs have started, even a couple of races, I haven't been here that long, so I don't know how they did through the year. But I know that since the playoffs have started, the 7 of Showtime and Parley have shown up.
Absolutely. And both drivers known for big on consistency. Even when it doesn't come in wins for a guy like Parley, he makes it up with stage wins and great finishes inside the top 3. And Flash, unbelievable job with how many wins he has this season. And, you know, one of the fastest guys in the entire field. Coming off that win at Dover just a few weeks ago, that was a huge win for him over his teammate on that last lap pass. I don't know, will we see more of that Flash tonight as he's still sitting in line behind the number 5 car, Parley?
I think if we're like this coming down for the stage win, we're definitely going to see that Showtime. That Showtime Flash. Last lap pass for the stage win. I think you definitely can't count him out, but I think Parley has a new flame lit under him after getting that win. He was going on and on. When he got in the booth, he was out of breath. So
we knew how much he wanted that win. And Flash, we know how much he wants this win tonight. A lot of time goes into a track like Charlotte, the longest race of the season. And it's a lot of work you got to put in your car. A lot of these guys, this race means just a little bit more, especially with it being in the playoffs and for how long it is. I don't know. I think that a win tonight could be huge for momentum going forward for some of these drivers.
Yeah, and as we're seeing now, green flag pit stops are already underway, and now Black Cross and Elvin looking to come down. That whole 4-car pack coming down with Black Cross.
Led by Black Cross on the 24. He came in hot again, doing a great job of making these risky pit road entries. Let's see if it works out for him this time.
Yeah, as we saw, as I was looking at the gap between those two tandems, it went from 1.6 to 2.3 before Black Cross came down pit road, so they were definitely struggling.
No penalty from the 24, but it looks like a penalty from the 42 car of Elvin Priest.
Oh, he cooked it too hot, trying to get on the bumper of the 24. I
Same
think the
for
78
the
and
78
the
as
50
well.
also got one.
Wow.
All three of the 4 cars that came down, 3 of the 5 cars that came down pit road, all with speeding penalties.
As Flash is
Oh,
also down pit road now. He didn't feel
Parley.
like staying out, and now Parley's the driver that's staying out. It looks like the leader is just that guy to stay out every time. Well, let's see. I mean, will he come in this time? We saw how it didn't really benefit too much for Black Cross. Yes, he will. 5 cars gonna dive it down to the apron. He's gonna pit this time. Oh, car in the grass! Who was
Oh,
that?
it's a 31 of Lord Grizzle.
Oh no! He's gonna keep it down and keep it straight. Good save by the 31 cars. It looks like he got loose off turn 4 exit there. We warned that at the beginning of the broadcast. That turn 4 can bite you. On
Yeah,
new
no,
tires,
turn 4
too.
was a beast. Yeah, turn 4 was a deadly beast. The apron in 3 and the exit of 4 were torturous for the drivers on Saturday, and it already just took its next victim in Lord Grizzle in that 31.
As I'd also like to mention, we have our first DNF of the night, the 8 car of iShoot FTR. Mechanical failure here early. Didn't seem like he was running too well. The car had a lot of issues, as now the battle off of pit road. Showtime Flash. Not even a question as he flies way past the 5 car with a massive lead, about a second over second place over Black Cross. Great job by 7 car getting on and off pit road, as that was the last pit stop of the stage. We'll see how that cycles out. Will that allow the 7 car to get another stage win?
I think it's a wait and see right now, because we still have a lot of laps left in this stage, and Black Cross gonna let Parley go by, knowing that he's been consistently faster through these first 2 stages. So if I'm Black Cross, I definitely want Parley to be the lead car in this train.
Especially with those fresher tires.
Yup.
As,
Especially with the 7 being all by himself too. He doesn't have anybody with him.
as the 5 car, we saw this in the last stage, do they have enough time to get up there and run down the 7? The 7 has no help whatsoever, though. That was the difference. Last time Black Cross struggled to run down the leaders because there was a pack of 2, but the 7 car all alone up front, no draft help whatsoever. What can he do to keep the 5 and 24 in his mirror?
Well, right now it's what are you going to do when they get there, because I absolutely think the 5 and the 24 are going to have enough time to get there. I can't exactly tell how many laps we have left in the stage, because right now I got the timing line up right now.
Me too. We have 9 to go.
Oh yeah, they'll have time. I think though, if I'm the 7, there's a lap car that's in front of me. I think it might be that 31 of Lord Grizzle that is just ahead of him.
Yes, it
and
is.
that is exactly who it is. But I think I might use that 31 to try and have him push me away from that 5, because I don't know exactly if that 5 can outdo it on his own, as he has lost Black Cross. Black Cross has fallen off the bumper of that 5 car.
That 5 car with those fresh tires looking really fast. Let's see if the 7 has any trouble getting past this lap car. It shouldn't be. I mean, that would be a big penalty for the 31 car, but he's trying to stay on the lead lap here with about 7 laps to go in the stage, I believe. Will the 31 put up any fight to stay on the lead lap? It looks like he's taking his air away. No, he doesn't. He's going to slide down to the inside and let the 7 car take that spot away. The 7 car with a huge lead over the 5 still. I don't think the 5 is going to have enough time to get up there.
I think without that 24 helping him out, I really don't think that 5 is going to have the time to get up to showtime. Maybe he can suck a little draft off of the 31 down the backstretch and just get it by him real quick through into turn 3. But yeah, I don't see how the 5 car has the time to catch the 7.
Seems like we won't see a back-to-back stage winner here tonight, as this time around, oh, Parley has a little bit of trouble getting past the lap car. 5 laps to go here in stage 2.
Yeah, not how you want to hit that 31. You don't want to catch him in the middle of the corner. That's exactly what happened. Had to follow him out of turn 4. Dove quick to try and get to his inside on corner exit and was able to get by. But that might have hurt him just enough to kill any chance he might have had to catch the 7. He's still, I think, closing down that gap ever so slightly. But I don't think in the end he'll have that time to get there.
As with 4 laps left, Flash looking for yet again another stage win. Has plenty of them this season. As it looks like Parley's not going to have the time to go up there and get his second stage win of the night. A great job on and off pit road for the 7 car of Showtime Flash, as he's now coming to 3 laps to go here in stage 2.
Yeah, and if you're Showtime, are you forgetting that you even have a rear view mirror and just focusing on the windshield, hitting your marks and just keeping your pace?
Absolutely. I mean, there's no one in front of him, just clear air. No one really behind him except for the 5 car. And even then, the 5 car is just still about a second and a half back. There's not enough time, as Showtime Flash doing a great job of keeping that distance the same, as we now have 2 laps to go in stage 2.
Yeah, those are really good turns 3 and 4, though, by the 5. Definitely had a good entry and exit. Bet you he's wishing he found that out about 4 laps ago. Just going to run out of time now as the 24 has completely lost sight of these guys now. He's now back there with field filler, but we are now coming out of turn 4 to take the white flag.
White flag out here in stage 2. Showtime Flash did everything he could, everything correctly, as he got on and off pit road just as he needed to. Did not do any of the extra lap stuff that we saw from him in stage 1, and that's going to pay off for him pretty well, as he's going to come through 3 and 4 for the final time. And no pressure from behind. The 7 car is going to win stage 2 here in Charlotte.
Yeah, and I think Parley was starting to gain the ground. I think the tire advantage was starting to rear its head around at the end of that stage. If he probably had about another 5 laps, he probably could have at least got to his bumper, but too short of a stage end. Try and stretch that fuel run out a little longer, but good job on pit road by Showtime being able to get that win.
As we like to take this time to thank our sponsors, MFF Motorsports, Chris's Auto Towing LLC, J-Pace Racing, Everything NASCAR, Firelinks Racing Network, the Super Squad ESMN, Redline Racing, FTR Racing League, North American Racing Series, and MinaPeach.com. And our stage winner has a brand new fitness program. You know, teaching other drivers how to be at peace with themselves, learning the true skills of a human tongue. I mean, it's really impressive. And, you know, training on the trees, man, it's impressive. You can just easily get all the sap off every branch with some of the stuff he's teaching. It's really impressive, as, you know, he's been using some of his own tips as it helped him win stage 2. Stage 3, though, underway. Will he use the fitness program to his advantage again? Stage 3 underway here in Charlotte.
Yeah, and he's able to not break away from the 5. Parley's so good on the restarts, but can't get the outside to give him the run.
No!
Oh, there's contact!
Oh, no!
Oh, the 7, I think, had a little bit of...
Too many tree licks!
I think it was a little bit of lag check there.
Some showers rolling in from the east. It looks like we have some lag showers out in turn 1 and 2, as it looks like they're coming over the track, and now he's going to go to the back.
Oh, man, and look who's in the lead, the beneficiary, field filler to the point.
Wow, the fitness program doesn't work out for everyone apparently, but field filler did a great job on the restart. Finds himself up in the lead, and now the 7 car finds himself all the way back in last, and look who is in 4th place after everything that has happened to him tonight. Alvin Priest finds himself in the top 5 now, making more and more adjustments, trying to fix that car. We're going to see how he finishes out here in stage 3.
Yeah, definitely another beneficiary of all of that calamity. Going into turn 1, able to squeak his way through some of the battling going on and get himself back inside the top 5 for the first time tonight, actually.
Very good job by Elvin Priest. As we saw, nothing, more than struggles from him in these first 2 stages. Now, we're starting to see some speed out of that 42 car. We're going to see how he goes with it.
And I was about to say, we're going to wait to see how long Parley stays behind this 44, and my answer came faster than the words could leave my mouth as he goes to the inside of turn 3. Field filler about to experience the freight train. As Parley to his inside for first, and the 41 of old Johnny Boy going to go to his inside and fight for second.
Well, let's put Elvin Priest in the top 3. No, he's going to run the outside with field filler. Something that you haven't seen tonight is an outside line forming and helping each other. And it looks like Elvin Priest gave him a little bit of help there in turn 3, but he goes right back to the back bumper of the 41 as he saw nothing was going on that outside lane. New leader, number 5 cars, they're going wide in turn 1. The 41 slipped up the track. That's going to allow Parley to put some distance between 1 and 2. Elvin Priest loose down the backstretch as they're still all over the place back here battling for position.
Yeah, and that made Elvin have to check up and left enough room for that 44 field filler to go down and fill that spot and take away P3 from Elvin, who's trying on the inside.
Elvin Priest following the 44 field filler who got back in line. It looks like Elvin Priest let him in. Nope, there we go. We see a pass for the lead. Old Johnny Boy is going to try to get down to the inside of the 5 car. Does he have enough of a run? No, he doesn't. The 5 shuts the door. The 41 runs wide, and the 44 looking to get second place back, but just not enough space. We've seen a lot of aggression out of that 44 car tonight. Will we see any more of it here in stage 3?
Yeah, but don't look now. Elvin's stuck on the outside, not where you want to be. I think he got caught trying to go too wide of an entry into turn 3.
That's going to allow the 50 car down to the inside.
Yeah, now he's going to experience the freight train too. But he's actually doing a very good job on that outside for the most part. The 50 finally gets by after fighting a whole lap to his insides. Now the 78 of 1-9 finds himself back in the top 5 again, and now Elvin just continuing to fall through this field as nobody's going to let him in.
As he's looking to clear, he has a rough entry to turn 3 there, and now the 44 field filler goes back to second. We saw him a few laps ago trying to make that move on the 41. Couldn't get it done last time. Got it done this time. New position for second, and then none other than the 50 car of Shack Attack to run third. In that ugly-ass car. Oh, my God.
Oh, but don't look now. Here comes the 44 field filler. He wants that lead back. And this time he's going to want to earn it.
Oh,
they make contact out of 4. Field filler still to the inside of Parley as they come down through the tri-oval. And able to stay off each other. Field filler will take the lead. The 50 will let to go with him. As now he's using both lanes. He's blocking both lanes.
With a high arc entry for the 44 field filler, he's going to be your new leader. The 5 car doing everything he can to get back down to the bottom. He does not want to get stuck on that outside. Everyone's going to just train right by him. Elvin Priest did a great job of getting back in line, but it doesn't look like the 5 car is going to have an easy time as he makes contact with the 78. That's going to push him wide, and that's going to move him way back. Old Johnny Boy also stuck on the outside, still hasn't found a way back down to the bottom.
Yeah, especially with all these cars nose to tail, you will not win when you have to get freight trained. Oh, man, as Black Cross takes evasive maneuvers out of 4 to try and keep himself from making contact with Parley.
Oh, they're side by side for the lead. A pass on the outside by the 50. Something that we have not seen all night. They made contact. The 50 hard in the wall.
Oh!
Following contact with the leader of the 44, the 50 car slides all the way to the back as the 41 with a huge checkup. They are all over the place back here. Some guys that have been fast all night long. The 7, the 5, the 41 all finds himself outside of the top 5. A crazy start to stage 3, and pit stops aren't even underway yet.
Oh man, it's not even over yet. 1-9! 1-9 to the point! Underneath the 44, down the back stretch. And he will find himself in P1. The 6 car will move up to P2. And now it's the 44 field filler's turn to yet again get trained. As now the 5 and the 7 are on each other's bumper, running down this top 5, trying to improve on their positions after both getting trained.
As Alvin Priest now up to the top 3 once again. We saw what happened to him last time. Made a risky move, got pushed out, and that cost him big time. But now seems to be a little bit more patient as he's following the new guy, the number 6 car of Happy. When will the 6 car make his move for the lead? I believe it's going to be going into turn 3 this time around.
I think right now you're just trying to calm the storms. A lot of maneuvering, a lot of jumbling through this top 6 or 7 that we've seen as the 50 car, who was fighting for the lead, now finds himself at the tail end of this train. But I think what we should be looking for is when is the 7 and the 5 going to be making their moves. They're not used to being back here. They want to be up there where the 78 and the 6 are.
As pit stops should be underway here in just any lap now. We're going to see all these cars are still bunched up, very much so. So we think that pit road's probably going to be a dangerous entry this time, as they should be pitting within the next 3 to 4 laps. I don't know who's going to make that first move. I think it's going to be a guy all the way back here. Actually, no, the 16 made his first move. Beezy Boof in the 16.
Yeah, it's now Showtime. Thought he had a run to the outside, and it looked like he did on Blackcross. Wasn't able to maintain that, and now he's going to fall back to the tail end. Almost the tail end of this train.
Pit stops this time.
Yep.
It looks like the 42 and 5 car are going to be coming in.
Question is, are there any other leaders that are going to come with them?
Yes.
The 7, the
5 cars.
50, and the 66 all come down. The top 4, though, stay out.
19mm, still your leader. Happy running in second. And then running third is the 24 of Blackcross, who found his way back up as they're all pitting this time. So 2 big packs pitting 2 laps apart. As this one's going to be led by 19mm, who's been fast all night long. As he has trouble coming down the pit road, they're 3 wide. Blackcross might have just gained 2 spots there. Did he speed? He might have sped this time. We're going to check that out, as the drivers that pit the lap before just coming off pit road now. This pack led by 19mm. We're going to see how they all cycle through. Walbridge, are you there?
Oh, mic was muted. Holy crap. I don't even know how long that was.
Your mic was cutting out before it muted. Like, really bad.
Oh, well, whoops. Anyway.
No penalty for Blackcross. As they're coming up pit road. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Who's down the lead? Is that Alvin Priest? It is! Alvin Priest shuffles through with the lead. What a job on pit road by that 42 team, as he has a massive lead over that number 78 car.
Yeah, but is it too much of a lead? Look at all the cars that are behind him as the 78 shoots wide through turns 3. But he is a man on an island right now. Meanwhile, you got all the village people looking to run him down.
That's a good metaphor. You know, Showtime Flash, the man of the fitness program. I'm going to try to come up with a rhyme here. I really can't. I'm not great at that. I'm not Elvin
We're
Priest.
not in the right frame of mind for that.
Yeah, I'm not Elvin Priest. I can't really do all that. But Showtime Flash, shout out to the fitness program. I'm gonna shout that out at the end of the stage again, as you know, I've been making sure to shout that out. As he's technically an official sponsor now, thanks to us.
Yeah, I mean, anything to make me bust a gut, because that is still funny.
Showtime Flash, though, great job all night. Your stage 2 winner by a long shot. Will we see 3 different stage winners, though? That's something we haven't seen at a track like Charlotte. I mean, last season we didn't see that. We saw, I think, one driver win 3 stages out of the 4. So, I don't know. I think that we might see it with Elvin, but that 7 and 50 car and the 5 and 78 doing a great job. They're running down Elvin Priest at a rapid pace.
Yeah, they are. They're really closing in, and you know we still got one more green flag pit stop left in this stage, so this stage is far from over. Elvin doing a great job getting the lead, but he also is on older tires than these guys and hasn't shown the same amount of speed as these guys. Now, he has made adjustments on his car, but isn't enough to stop a freight train of 4 behind you.
As that 78 car might have made a bad adjustment, as he's all over the place. I mean, these last few laps, even before the pit stop, he's been all over the place. He might be having a mechanical failure. As it looks like the 7 car might be in the draft of Elvin Priest now. He's getting awfully close. He cut down that gap by about a second in these last 6 laps. Doing everything he can. He's racing aggressive. He's pushing that car to its limits as Elvin Priest bounces off the apron there for just a second. He's starting to make mistakes. He can feel the pressure from the closer himself, the 7 of Showtime Flash. Here comes the 7 car. He should be right up to the back bumper of the 42 by turn 3 here.
Yeah, he's going to get a good run down the backstretch as the tire wear is starting to become a factor. And if you're the 42, how do you block the run? The 7 not going to try and make the pass here. He's going to stick right in line with the 42.
He's going to go to the outside. And then he's going to side draft, and he's actually going to commit to it.
Oh, I think he was trying to show outside and see if the 42
wow,
would come. He might, but I think he was trying to show outside, get the 42 to block high, and then try and make a move to the inside. Is that what Parley tried to do? It's what Parley tried to do, but it didn't work out. But the 7 doing a good job holding this outside line.
Oh, he runs wide that corner, though. Oh, he gets close to the wall. A good run off, though. He stays side by side for the 42. I don't know. How much longer can Elvin Priest hold these guys off? His car is struggling big time.
And right
that second pack is loving this.
Yeah, they are. I was just about to say, oh no, Elvin squeezes him, puts the 7 into the wall.
Hard right side damage to the 7 cars. He slapped the wall halfway down the backstretch as that second pack, led by Field Filler, is on its way. They are flying back there, and they are loving all this battling. The 5 car, though, didn't waste the time that Showtime Flash did. He is going to take away the lead as the 50 of Shack Attack takes second. Showtime Flash looking to take third away now. Let's go on board here with the 7 car.
Yeah, Showtime to the inside of that 42 takes third. Elvin, after trying hard to keep that lead, gives it up, drops to the tail end of this train, is now Field Filler. Only a second and a half back from the leaders after being over 2 seconds away before all the battling took over.
One guy that I have to give big credit to is definitely that 50 car. All night long has been inside the top 10. Now running well inside the top 5. What a job by him. Also, another DNF that I'd like to mention, Beezy Boof, the guy that I could not pronounce his name correctly. DNFs, he's not going to finish tonight's race with too much damage to the wheel well of that right rear. That's going to end his night early. As like I was saying, a lot of respect to that 50 car as he's doing such a great job tonight. Shack Attack finding himself right now in second place behind one of the fastest drivers all night long, looking to collect his first stage win here in Phantom.
Yeah, and I think I'm keeping track of when that next pit stop might be coming. And I think you're going to see a lot more drivers try and come a lap sooner than a lap later, because we've started to see through this race that coming a lap sooner is more beneficial to you than coming a lap later. If you come out with help, that is the big thing.
Call it a commentator curse, but one of the names I mentioned tonight we haven't heard from all night long, and that's Lord Grizzle. And that's very unfortunate, because I was expecting a lot of speed out of that 31 car tonight. We saw the spin into the grass. He went a lap down, got his lap back, but hasn't done anything since, unfortunately. But I'm sure we're going to see his speed come back next week out in New Hampshire. But unfortunate night for that 31 car. He found himself back on pit lane. Yeah, he has a lot of damage to the front end of that car.
Yeah, I think it's just too much damage to overcome. I think he's just going to try and race for whatever points he can get out of the race, knowing that he's going to finish 2 positions higher than he would have with the 2 DNFs. But right now,
Elvin Priest.
Yeah, he's going to try it again. It worked out real well for him that first time. He's the only one that comes down. That's not what you want to have happen.
Risky
is
move.
Short pit and be the only one that comes down.
I mentioned it in stage 1. High risk, high reward, give and take. And it looks like Elvin Priest is going to be giving a lot here. High risk. I mean, you come down, you're the only car coming in. You're going to be on a lot older tires than some of these drivers, as he's going to find himself a lap down here pretty easily. As what happened to... Oh, yeah, there you go. Here comes some of the cars down pit road, all following Elvin Priest's lead, led by Shack Attack in the 50. Here comes Field Filler, Old Johnny Boy, Black Cross, Happy. And then the 66 car as well, that's Dunlap. You know, he's been running pretty decent tonight as well, as we're going to see who's going to lead them off pit road here. I believe it's going to be the 50 car pretty easily.
Yeah, I was listening on the in-car radios to see if anybody was talking about a speeding penalty. Everybody makes it through.
As Elvin Priest,
we're going to see.
Here he comes.
Yeah, but he's going to be a man on an island again.
Yes, he is, and we saw how that didn't work out for Matsama. Oh, the 50 car almost slides up.
I think he was thinking about making a block.
50 car is going to be the first car on those fresh tires. But he's all alone. You got a pack of 3 behind him. Are they going to work together to pass the 50 car?
Oh, and look at Parley's pit crew. He came in last in this group of 3. Now finds himself ahead. Now where will he
find himself in front of Elvin?
That's where we're looking. Can he get in front of that 42?
He's going to get the speed, and he's at 2 lap fresher tires.
Yeah, that's going to be huge, especially when you're right on the bumper of a car with no help, and you got 3 cars that came down with you on the same tire strength.
Wow. That 5 car is going to be really fast here. He's going to be hard to beat. He looks to the inside. He looks to the outside. Now following right behind Elvin Priest. Elvin Priest all over the place trying to defend the line. And the 2 fastest cars all night long find themselves second and third. Now they're going to look to the outside of Elvin. The 5, is he going to look for the crossover? No, he's going to stick it to the outside. The 5 runs wide. The 7 down to the inside. He's not going to work with the 5. Oh, car in the grass. Oh no! That's Field Filler. He almost takes out some cars as he saves it. A great save by the 44 car.
Massive save. I thought I saw the car shoot up, but no,
Elvin
he
Priest
just keeps it straight.
Priest blocks the line all the way down to the apron almost, as he does not want to give up the spot. Now the 5 slips under. Pass for the lead here in Charlotte. The 7 might take him 3 wide. He backs out of it.
Oh, he thought about it, but he decides the better and goes with the 5, and now the 78 will be the beneficiary of that too, as he'll move into P3, and the 42 will once again drop to 4th.
These short pits haven't been working out in Elvin Priest's favor tonight, as now the two fastest cars that we've mentioned all race long, Parley and Flash 9, 1 and 2 once again. After they had their battle for that stage 1 victory, we're starting to see it again. Sorry, not stage 1, stage 2. But Parley's been inside the top 3 all night long.
Yes, we got 7 laps left in this stage. And Parley out in front. Flash right behind him in second, just like how it was at the end of stage 1.
That was 1-9, I believe. I made the same mistake. I think it was 1-9 versus Parley.
Oh, it was 1-9 versus Parley.
Yeah, I made the same mistake. Don't worry about it. As 1-9, once again, we just mentioned his name. He's running in 3rd. But he's losing a little bit of time to these drivers up in front of him. But we figured. I mean, the 7 and 5 car, both very fast cars all night long. They've been the class of the field all night long. I think we have 6 laps to go now. No, 5 laps to go. My apologies. Is now the 7 car is going to look to the inside. He doesn't have a big enough run. He slides back in behind the 5.
Showing him that he wants, showing him that he's there. That's all he's doing. Just remember, buddy, I'm right behind you.
And we've
Don't mess up.
We've seen that 7 car close down on the leader and win big. Back in Dover just 2 weeks ago. Ran down his teammate Showtime Favre from about 2 seconds back. Caught him on the last lap. And a big mistake by Favre costing him that stage win. As the 7 car, very, very dangerous when he's behind the leader. As they're lapping Lord Grizzle once again. Not having the night he wanted. As they come off turn 4, 3 laps to go this time around.
Yeah, and I think right now you're seeing the 78 and that 42 start to move themselves back to these other 2 cars, the 50, and I believe... No, it's not the 44. Who is that with them? Oh, the 41. Well, Johnny Boy going to try and work together here as a group of 4 instead of 2 different pairs. 78 trying to use a little bit of draft off the 31. The 31's going to stay to the high side, get out the gas, let him on by. As now the 7 car looks to the outside of the 5 here with 2 laps left in the stage. And he's going to fall back in line.
With 2 laps left. The next time around is 1 to go. The 5 car trying to break that draft. The 7 might be looking for the crossover here. Will he be able to get under the 5? No, the 5 checks up to make sure the 7 doesn't get it. Off turn 4 once again. 1 lap to go here in stage 3. The 5 car trying to defend the bottom. He knows he wants that 7 car to go to the outside to make that pass. He does not want him to get down to the inside, but a big run for the 7 here. He's going to look to the inside. He's going to peek to the outside. Down the backstretch for the final time here in stage 3. They dive it down into turn 3. A big run on the outside for the 7. Will it be enough? He has a massive run. Can he get side by side? They make contact to the line. I think the 7 got it.
He got it.
Did the 7 get it?
Yes.
Yes, he did. What a move. Unbelievable finish. The 7 car by a hair, possibly a thousandth of a second. One of the closest finishes in the history of Phantom, and we still have another stage left. From the
I followed
outside.
on the roof cam, dude. I saw exactly how close that was. The 5 car had a little bit of a run going into the tri-oval, but it wasn't enough for the 7 to Showtime.
From the outside. And oh my goodness, if that was the pass for the win, oh my god, I think we would have been going crazy. But we still have 1 stage left. I'd like to take this time to thank all of our sponsors. MFF Motorsports, Chris's Auto Towing LLC, NARS, oh no, I'm running out of time. You know who cares about the start of this? J-Pace Racing, Everything NASCAR, Firelands Racing Network, the Super Squad ESMN, Red Line Racing Series, FTR Racing League, and MinaPeace.com. Oh, and one other, Flash 9's fitness program.
And we're back to green flag. The 7 and the 5 make contact in turn 1.
I don't think the 5 is very happy after the end of that last stage. Contact coming down to the line. Now the 5 finds himself on the outside of Elvin Priest for 3rd. Now the 7 car back to the lead after winning stage 3. Has 2 stage wins here tonight after that crazy finish to the end of stage 3. You guys watched it live. You guys saw how close that was. Crazy ending. And now 19mm finds himself back in 2nd. Will he waste any time trying to catch up to that 7 car?
Oh, the 5 and the 42 made contact down the backstretch. The only problem is the 42 has the preferred line, but everybody shoots high, and the 5 catches a draft of the 2 leaders down the backstretch and through the tri-ovals. But that time, just not enough. The 42 able to get by. Is now the 50 looking to get to his inside as well.
Nah, that's not going to work. A lot of draft on the outside lane. The 50 car has to slide back into 5th, right in front of the 6 of Happy. Doing a great job. Now, Parley, I'm sure after losing last stage by that much space, I think that he's going to be a lot more aggressive this time. He left that outside open, did not think the 7 could make that pass, and yes, he did. Now, Elvin Priest looks wide. I think these drivers are starting to realize there might be a little bit of something on that outside lane.
Yeah, definitely making that high entry into 3 to really handle the bottom through 4. There is speed there as the 5 looks to the inside of the 42. The 50 goes with him, but it ain't enough of a run to get underneath Elvin Priest in the 42 to take away 3rd, but Elvin misses the bottom.
Can
the 5 take advantage?
Elvin Priest kind of been doing that all night long. He's been struggling on corner exit to keep that car lower than the other cars. So that's obviously not very beneficiary for him. As now he's going to look to the bottom of the number 78 car. Will he be able to get the spot? Yes, he will. Here comes a 42. He's going to make the move to 2nd. 78 gets stuck on the outside. Elvin Priest and Parley both make themselves noticed as they are back into the top 3.
Yeah, now this 7 car doing an absolute job of keeping the 42 and the entire field, which is in one line behind him. But Parley able to get himself back up to P3. Now going to have to find a way around that 42 car to get himself back up to 2nd.
Elvin Priest now, is he going to peek to the inside? I think he's just going to be really patient. I don't think he wants that lead just yet. You know, he's had this thing all night long with the short pitting. And now the 6 car goes wide. He's almost in the wall. They're 3 wide on corner exit. They make contact. They're still 3 wide. Lord Grizzle finally making his way through the field. I don't know if he's a lap down or anything, but Lord Grizzle might have just made his first pass of the night.
Might have, as the front line still hasn't changed, but now we got 2 different lines with the top 5 yet again. Actually, it's the top 6 right now that are in the front line. As you got the rest of the field in the back 4.
Oh, the 78 goes wide, and that's going to open the door for the 50. The number 5 car, Parley, bounces off the apron. Lots of mistakes from these guys up in the top 5, that 2nd pack. They want to see that kind of stuff as they're trying to make their way back up as the 78 hits the wall again. Now he's going to slide back to 6th, and it looks like that 2nd pack might be getting some time. And oh, big checkup. The 31 and 6. I think they got on the wall. They had to check up big time, and that's going to break apart that 2nd pack.
Yeah, and speaking of checking up big time, Elvin absolutely missed the exit of turn 4. Has to check up before hitting the wall, gets his car loose. Parley to the inside, back to P2, And now there is a gap between first and second and the 4 cars behind them.
As look who's back in the top 2. The 2 guys we've talked about the most all night long. After that crazy finish just a few laps ago for stage 3. I mean, unbelievable stuff all night long from these guys. They have been racing their hearts out. They both want this huge win here in the Phantom 400.
Yeah, I mean, this would be a crown jewel event of this league.
I apologize.
Because it is the longest race.
Phantom 300.
Of the season. So
300
both drivers
miles.
looking to capitalize on that.
300 long miles this race has been. Sorry, we're only 3/4 through that, so we still have plenty of racing. We'll have 2 green flag pit stops included in that, as it really looks like a top 6 battle here unless we get a caution. Parley very loose on corner exit there, and now the 50 car is going to try to close the gap. Oh, car in the grass! That's Lord Grizzle again!
Oh man, a bad night goes to worse as he finds himself mowing the lawn again through the tri-oval.
A terrible night for that 31 car. That was my underdog pick for tonight. Might be a commentator's curse. I hope not. If so, my apologies go out to the 31 car. As we're closing in on that first pit stop of the Sage. And not to mention that there's another one out there. As the 24 is going to punt the 50 out of the way for third. Now the 24 finds himself back up in the top 3.
Yeah, these 3 have really been the real cars of the field. I mean, Elvin's been able to sneak his way with pit strategy into the top 5, but these guys have been able to keep themselves consistently in the top 3 of Black Cross, Parley, and Flash.
Great job by the 7 cars. Led the most laps tonight, nearly half the race. Just an incredible job by these 2 guys. I believe they led pretty much 90% of the race between the 5 and the 7
one
car.
Point it's got at one point like one half it's Showtime and the other half is Parley, and then everybody else gets to lead a lap in between.
Yeah, and I mean we've seen that all night long, and you know, the guy I really expected was Elvin Priest to be great tonight with how great he is at Charlotte and these 1.5 miles. He's, you know, known for these kind of tracks. He's just been struggling all night. It might just be a car issue. Who knows? And now the 5 car, he's going to make his move, but he's going to slide back in. I think he's just trying to peek to see what the 7 does, how he reacts to him sliding down to the inside. When will he do it for real, though? As he's still all over that back bumper. The 24, though, he's going to dive it down. Not enough.
Yeah, I think right now you're going to see these guys in a good spot. Play it safe. They're going to look to the inside. If they have a run, they'll take it. But if not, they're going to get back in line and wait for these green flag pit stops to come through. As the 5 rides way wide. Oh, no, everybody was pitting. So the 7 and the 24. The first 2 to
got
pit.
a pass. He passed the 7 car coming to pit road. The rest of the guys should be pitting next time around here. Yep, I believe so. Yep, the 50 car makes his sign. I believe they're all pitting.
Yeah,
unless we see one driver stay out.
I don't think we're going to see one stay out. Now they're all coming this time. Including the 44, the 41. I think everybody's going to pit this time.
As the 24 gets that speeding penalty that we were talking about. There it is. He's been taking the risk all night long with those late pit entries and those heavy dive-ins. The 24, it really caught up to him as the 24 might have just cost himself the race. If he was going to get a speeding penalty, the best time probably would have been earlier. But he picked the worst possible time. He got a pass coming to pit road. I figured he was going too fast that time. So now the 7 car is going to shuffle out all alone up front. But I don't think it's going to mean much. He's going to fly right by these guys. He got on the wall there. I'm going to turn 1. It doesn't really matter. As the 50 car also got by the 5, I'd also like to mention a great pit stop by that 50 team.
Yeah, definitely working it on pit road to get him by, but the 5 wasted no time getting by him. It's the 50 over Cooks, turn 3. The 5 and the 42 get by him to get back to second and third at this point. I don't even know where Black Cross comes out at the end of all this.
Way, way, way in the back. He's just crossing the line now. He's on the other side of the track.
Yeah,
he might have
right
just
now
cost
the
himself the
7.
race.
Yeah, the 7 car out in an island all by himself.
We saw how that worked out for
behind
Elvin.
him.
Didn't work out too well.
No. Even though that 7 car is good, it can't beat 4 guys in a line.
They're still a little bit too separated. It looks like they just got to bunch up here and try to run down that 7 car. But he does have a lap older tires, so
yeah.
I don't know. It might be pretty easy for that 5 car. He's been also the class of feeling right, but that 7 car has led more laps. That 7 car, arguably, in my opinion, has been a little bit faster. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that 5 car, I don't want to say it out loud, but might have a better driver behind the wheel, especially at a track like Charlotte. This fits his resume pretty well.
Oh, and as you say that, he hits the wall coming out of turn 2.
I gotta stop commentating, cursing.
Yeah, he's just gave it a kiss, just saying hi to it. But no, these guys should make light work of running down this 7 as this green flag run continues.
I mean,
we've been green this whole time. We haven't had a caution in between the stages at all for any reason.
I mean, hitting that wall kind of shows how much he's pushing that car. It shows how much he's going to use to go up there and catch that 7 car. He wants to get his 2nd win in a row after he won stage 1 tonight and the race last week out in Richmond. I don't know. Will he be able to go back-to-back to start the playoffs?
Well, right now we still have one more green flag pit stop left and a battle that hasn't even happened yet. Before that, so we still have plenty of time left in this race for some endo race shenanigans.
I wish we had a cutaway car we could go to.
I know, right? But no, we only have, 25 laps left in the stage. 24 laps left in the race, sorry.
Yeah. Really coming down to the wire, and the ending here at Charlotte really creeps up on you, especially since all 4 stages are about the same length. So
yeah.
It really creeps up on you as that 5 car in the last 10 laps was cut down about a whole 1.5 seconds on that 7. He's really catching them big time. It should be just a few more laps until he's right up to the back bumper of that 7 car.
And if he has another corner like turns 1 and 2, that was perfect. Held the bottom true the whole way. Absolutely great, and allowed him to really close up on that 7 who just isn't holding the bottom, as well as those tires start to wear down and you're starting to see the wear come into effect. As now the 5 car is within a car length and a half of the 7 in the lead.
The 7 car who's been the class of the field all night long. And it looks like they caught him at a perfect time for the 7 car right on corner entry. Nowhere the 5 could have gone, so now they're going to stay equal. So the 7 should now have a lot easier of a time staying in the lead. I'd also like to take a shout out to all the viewers, 8 viewers out here tonight. Thank you all for tuning in. We really appreciate it. Get ready, grab some popcorn, grab a drink. The ending's going to be great. Speaking of which, here comes the 5 of Parley down to the inside. The 5 didn't want to waste the time, so he dove it down to the inside. New leader here at Charlotte with only about 21 laps to go.
Yep, and one more green flag pit stop, as well as now the 7 went from 1st all the way back there to 4th. Is now, will Elvin Priest now not wait any longer to potentially make a move on the 5? And if he does, will he be able to make it stick?
I don't know. It's going to be highly risky. We know that the 5 car was blocking heavy at the end of stage 3. How hard will he block to keep this lead with now, I believe, just 20 laps remaining? I don't know. It's going to be close. I think the pit stops is going to be the biggest factor in the ending to this race. Sorry, we only have 19 to go. We're coming to 18 to go this time around.
Yeah, they might be coming here in the next 3 laps to come down and get that last green flag stop done. Is the 5 car just going to keep protecting the bottom? I think if I'm the 5 car, I'm not letting anyone get to the bottom. The 7 car had a really good entry into turn 3, which allowed him to stay to the inside. I don't think any of these guys, other than the 7 of Showtime, have the car that could be capable to run that outside line. Is now the 7 to the inside of the 50 out of turn 2. Down the backstretch, clears him, and now moves himself through turns 3 and 4, back up to P3.
The 7 knows how fast that car is. Showtime Flash class of the field all night between him and the 5 car. He knows how much speed is in that Camaro, as now only 17 laps to go. Next time around will be 16 laps to go. Elvin Priest, who had a terrible start to this race, I think has been the headline of this race. Between, oh, there goes 19 down pit road. Anyway, Elvin Priest, unbelievable night as he started off in the back, slowly started to make his way up. Now finds himself running second with only 16 laps to go. I don't know. I think he's going to be pretty hungry for a playoff win here in Phantom.
Yeah, especially with the kind of start he's had. A win could cure all. So definitely he's going to be fighting hard for it. But I think it's going to be between the 5 and the 7. I think the 42 of Elvin Priest be an honorable mention in that fight. But I really do think it's going to be between Parley and Showtime Flash in that 7 when it comes down to it, as we now have about 15 laps to go.
Coming to 14 next time. I don't think anyone's going to make a move just quite yet. Everyone wants to stay in line. And I'm pretty sure they're all going to pit together. So it's all going to be about who has the better pit entry and exit as we come down now.
Who's got the better crew?
Exactly. That's something else to remember. Pit stops do make a difference. The pit stop itself does make a difference between those tenths of a second. I mean, it could change the whole race. So now, I don't know. It doesn't seem like they're going to pit just yet. They might be coming in this time. Yes, they are. They all come down pit road. Does anyone speed? I don't think so. Everyone does a pretty good job getting down, led by the number 5 of Parley. I don't know. This is going to be, I believe, the race for the win. I don't know, but the 78 car also pitted 2 laps earlier, so he's probably going to have the lead. So he might have to defend.
Yeah, I'm not hearing any black flags over the speakers. So I think we might be good as now Black Cross comes off of pit road, trying to salvage what he can from his night, which had a real good trajectory on it in the beginning. Is now the 7 out of his. The 5 has a great pit stop. The 7 has an even better one. He'll come up behind the 5. But Parley has a whole car length and a half over the 7.
Here comes the 78 car. The 78 with a big run on the outside. Can he get up to Parley? Elvin Priest! Elvin Priest on corner exit just cost himself the race. A big moment for the 42. Unfortunate end to his night. He has heavy damage on the front end. Unbelievable ending. Here comes the 78 for the lead.
He's right there on the bumper. What an awesome call to come to pit road a lap early as he finds himself out of the draft beforehand. Now right on the bumper of the leader.
I don't know, he pitted 2 laps early, but it seems like his car has plenty of speed this time around. 11 laps to go here in Charlotte.
Oh, but the 7 is also right there. How much time is he going to waste behind the 78, knowing that he has a car that can fight for the lead, and the 78 might not be able to take the fight to Parley. He stays even with him down the backstretch.
Wow, Parley, man. What a job, but also what a strategy call by the 78. I don't think it's working out in his favor. Oh, no! Parley hit the wall! Here comes the 7 car to the inside. 10 laps to go. The 7 splits them 3 wide. They make contact. The 5 goes wide. He's going to slide back to 3rd. The 78 to 2nd. The 7 to the lead with 9 laps to go.
Oh, boy, this is fitting to heat up here. The 5 is going to waste absolutely no time getting by the 78. He's going to look to the 78's inside out of turn 4.
Will we see some retaliation from the 5 car? I don't think he's very happy that the 7 moved him out of the way in turn 1. Let's see how aggressive he gets with the 7. Laps coming down to a minimal here in Charlotte. Does the 5 have anything left for that 7 car?
Oh, I think he's got plenty left. I really don't think that Parley is out of this yet. Has a really good turns 3 and 4. Ooh. Able to stay right on the bumper, but gets a little squirrely coming out, but doesn't lose any time. If he can have more corners like that.
9 viewers in the chat to watch these closing laps. It's coming down to the wire, folks. It's going to be a great ending. Next time around will only be about 7 laps to go. A great entry, though, for the number 7 there. He's doing a great job at keeping the distance between him and the 5. 7 laps to go here in Charlotte.
Yeah, the 7 doing a great job to the corner. I think the 5 right now is just trying to keep in his draft. Stay right there with him. The 78 has completely checked out. It is down to exactly who I thought it was going to be. Showtime, yep. Flash, and Parley. As now we go into turn 3, the 5 continues to inch closer to the 7. Tries a little bit of a high entry through turns 3 and 4. Didn't really help him a whole lot. He might have a little bit of a run through the tri-oval, but not real much to talk about there. As the fight continues on.
He's getting moved out of the way. I'm sure he's going through Parley's head right now. That's the only thing probably going through his head. I'm sure he's pissed behind the wheel of that car, as this time around, we're really coming to a close here. I never thought it would happen, but here we are. 5 laps to go here in the Phantom 300.
Oh, Parley trying to get everything on entry, kissing the wall into turn 1, trying to get as much of a high entry into the corner so that we can really hold that bottom. He's in the draft of the 7. Question is, he will be able to get there. The real question is, what will he do when he does?
Will he make the same move that Showtime Flash did to him to end stage 3? He inched out Parley, coming to the line. Now only 4 laps to go. Parley doesn't have much time to think about what kind of move he's going to make. He just has to act off of instinct here on out.
Yeah, and it's going to be a quick little thought in his head when he makes the move. He's on the bumper of that 7 car, waiting for that 7 at Showtime to make any mistake. Is now there's a car going through the grass again.
Lord Grizzle.
Here we go. Yep. Just to spice it up a little bit between the top 2. Make the hearts that are already pounding race a little bit faster.
Things are coming down to a wire here in Charlotte. The 7 still doing a great job. Cannot afford a mistake right now by both of these drivers. If any of them hit the apron, it might cost them this race.
Yes, right now we got 2 laps left. The 7 able to keep the 5 at bay. But for how much longer? They're on the same tires, too, so we don't have the tire help. And the 7 getting a big help from the 31, allowing to get on his draft and not let the 5 close in, as we are now going to come through turns 3 and 4. And we are going to get the 1 lap to go.
Off of turn 4.
By.
One more time around. Does Parley have anything left? One lap to go. Brought to you by MinaPeach.com. Does Parley have anything left in the tank for the 7 car? It might be too much space in between them. The 7 car and the 5. Class of the field all night long. Does Parley have any moves up his sleeve? Through 3 and 4 for the final time. It's not going to be enough. The 7 car dominates and takes the checkered flag. Showtime Flash wins in Charlotte.
Oh, man.
What a job by the 50 car. He's going to come home P3. What a job by him all night long. The 78 of 19mm comes home 4th. And I have no idea who came home 5th after the incident with Elvin Priest. I believe it might have been... Oh, it was old Johnny Boy.
What a
Elvin
good
Priest
finish
finishes
for him.
9th.
Oh, that's going to eat at him.
Oh, I'm sure of it. Should we interview him as well? I don't think we should. I think he's...
No. I don't think that would end well at all. But Showtime and Parley yet again find themselves in. What about Shack Attack?
Absolutely.
What a finish from him coming here in 3rd.
Unbelievable night for all these drivers. You know, it's not the ending we really wanted. We want to see them go at it there, especially after the 7 made that race-winning move, hit the 5 car. We're going to see, though, I think I should bring it up during interviews about what happened there.
Oh, I don't think you have to.
I think I want to. I mean, it's my first race back. What's
I
the
don't
worst
think
thing that
you'll
could
have
happen
to.
me? You think the 5 is going to bring it up?
Oh, yeah. I think you won't have to bring that up. I think the 5 will, if he just walks through the race, will have no doubt brought that up.
Fastest lap goes to Black Cross with a 29.121. Great job by Black Cross. He was fast all night until that last speeding penalty that costed him his race. We're going to get these drivers up in the booth. I hope everyone that's watching has enjoyed. Don't go anywhere. We have post-race interviews coming your way.
Yes, now Parley joins the room.
We still have 2 more left. Thank you all to the 8 viewers that have tuned in tonight. You guys make this happen, and we really appreciate it. You guys are the reason we do all this, so thanks again for tuning in. Don't go anywhere, though. Please stick around. I'm being serious. If you don't stick around, I'm going to have to use some moves I learned from the fitness program.
Yes, no, and if you did like what you saw tonight, please be sure, hit that like button, hit the subscribe, ring that bell, so that way you know whenever we do go live again, which will be on every Thursday and Saturday, 9 p.m. Eastern. Trust me, it's only going to get better from here, especially as we keep going through these playoffs.
As we have everyone that we need up in the booth, we're going to get things kicked off here. I'm going to start with our 3rd place finisher, the number 50 car. You know, you're new to Phantom, and you put on a great job, a great show tonight. I mean, you were running top 5 all night long, running with the big dogs. I mean, it was really impressive. I still haven't even had a proper introduction to you yet, so this is pretty much my first conversation with you. How'd the car feel tonight, man?
I don't know how I'm here. I'm just a hot seat driver from the Pro Series that just literally started racing a couple weeks ago. This is crazy.
Well, it's good to have you up here, man. It's you were great all night.
I started 3rd to last in the field, and pretty much in stage 1 got left behind by everybody. And then, I don't know, the car just came to life coming in stage 2, and then accidentally got into Elvin getting on pit road, which caused him and I to speed, and then, yeah, I don't know.
Well, a great job all night long, and you came home with a podium finish. I mean, you just kept capitalizing on others' mistakes, and towards the end there, it got really close between the leaders, and I kept looking for you. I was like hoping that, you know, you'd find your way up there and make it a 3-way battle, but I think 3rd place is acceptable enough, especially on a hot seat. Great job by you tonight. Congrats on the podium.
Thank you.
As I'm gonna.
Yeah, now I'm gonna get to my boy, Mr. Parley, who comes home P2 after a valiant effort all day. Parley, walk me through it, buddy. How'd your race go?
I mean, I got second. It was good, but I feel like I could have got the win with that one. So, I knew I had the speed. I practiced pit road a bunch of times, so I made no errors there, which is very good. And just came home short, man.
Yeah, was there really anything that you could have done when you came off a pit road to try and prevent Flash from making that race-winning move, or at least hold him off if you, a little bit longer?
Well, I slightly clipped the wall, gave just enough room for Flash to get on. I could have done more, but I felt like I would have put him in the grass, and I didn't want to do that. But I wasn't too worried, and then I noticed on that longer run, I kind of caught him, but I could not get to his bumper, and then I took a full tank of gas on that last pit, and I think that was just enough where I couldn't get it, and I mean, it is what it is, you know. That's why he's got 6 wins on the year, and
Yep.
it's good to battle up there, man.
Yeah, and you got a first and a second now through these first 2 races. After not having the end to the regular season that you were really looking for, what is this doing for your confidence as we go through this first round of the playoffs and as we go on moving forward?
It's just going to continue, honestly. Just stay calm, do my race, work on pit road entry, make sure I know exactly how I want my car to feel for every race, and just hope that I can come home with another win there. But I think I'm actually locked into the top 10 or 8, I believe, because I got that win. But yeah, still going, man, still going.
Nice. Well, hey, congratulations on another top 2 finish, and I'll let my cohort get started on our race winner.
Thanks, guys.
Man, watch what you're calling me there, man. I'm going to move it here now to your race winner, the number 7 car of Showtime Flash. You and Parley, man, were the class of the field all night long. You guys led my apologies. About 90% of the race, and honestly, just a great job by you. You capitalized there on Parley's mistake. Do you think you could have made that move a little bit differently, though? It looked like you guys got together there in the middle of turns 1 and 2. Walk me through what happened.
Well, I was actually making a move on the 78 first. He kind of washed up a little bit, and I didn't really want to wait till the final 5 laps to try to make my move for the lead. And I saw Parley clip the wall, and I wasn't sure if he was thinking that I would either ride behind him or make a move, but I made an aggressive move, and yeah, I think I kind of bumper carred him up the track just a little bit. Certainly wasn't intentional. I was just trying to make my move when it presented itself, and just try to, play the gap and keep him behind me from there. The way stage 3 went, I didn't want it to come down to a last lap attempt, when he was expecting it.
I mean, you did, once again, just a great job all night. You guys were unbeatable. And, I mean, a win like this, second race of the playoffs, carrying a lot of momentum for you. You and Parley both with big wins in the last 2 weeks. I think you guys have been easily the best 2 cars to start this playoffs. And I don't know. I think moving forward, we might need to see another guy enter their name into that list of winners, because I don't know. You guys look great, and it's going to be hard to beat you guys going forward.
Yeah, I mean, just the last 2 races I feel like have been 2 gladiator fights. Parley has raised his game, like way higher than he was even just a season ago. You know, he's a very clean racer. He's extremely fast. I knew he was going to be fast tonight too. And yeah, I don't think I'll quite have the confidence in my car at New Hampshire. It's not my favorite track in the world, but definitely going to make an effort at it.
Well, New Hampshire's coming up next. Congrats again on the win here in Charlotte. The longest race of the season finally over. But overall, you guys gave us a great race. Congrats on the win.
Yeah, thank you. That was the goal, you know. I was trying to be that one guy that wasn't just going to ride single file. Just try to give you guys something else to talk about. I'm glad we could make it a good race for y'all.
Oh, you guys made it
a really good one.
Yeah, you guys made that great.
Especially that stage 3 finish,
man. Know? Oh my God, man.
Yeah. We're not gonna just forget that.
I can't believe I forgot that.
Yeah, no. What was it about that outside line that only you could make that work? Walk us through that entry and how you were able to make that last ditch effort to win stage 3.
I mean, I knew he was going to guard the bottom. You know, I was just trying to make him keep looking in his mirror. And I was testing it before our race started. You know, we had a group of guys that I was just kind of messing around with them all and noticed that, you know, the car, it was pretty grippy up there, especially if it was just one-on-one. You could make it happen without any draft help. And I got a really good run through the center. I pinched him down just, you know, the perfect spot, and he raced clean. You know, he could have gassed it through the center and nudged me up just as easily, but he didn't. I just had to run off the corner, and that I mean, if damage carried over realistically, I think my car would have been done at the end because I had him in my left door and my right door is in the wall. So. But it was probably an inch, you know, what it came down to.
It was at least 2 thou.
It looked a lot closer on stream. Yep. You should check that
out.
It
was. I could see his nose. I read the hood cam, and I could see his nose on my left-hand side. Yep. Usually, you know, that never happens, but my car gripped up, and I was like, oh, you better be praying. You better be praying.
Wow, man. You guys made that intense and very impressive to watch, and the viewers at home loved it all. And once again, congrats on your win. A great night for you moving forward. Congrats.
All right, thanks, guys.
Of course. And now, next weekend, we move to race number 3 of the Phantom playoffs, as we have the Pro-Am Series race from New Hampshire coming to you on Saturday, 9 p.m. Then next Thursday, 9 p.m. once again, New Hampshire, race 3 of the playoffs. We can't wait to cover that for you guys. I'd like to take this time to thank our sponsors, MFF Motorsports, Chris's Auto Towing LLC, J-Pace Racing, Everything NASCAR, Firelinks Racing Network, the Super Squad, ESMN, Redline Racing, FTR Racing League, NARS, and MinaPeach.com, and none other than Flash 9 Fitness Program, the greatest of them all. You know, learn how to lick some trees, go out there, hit them up, you know, lick all the sap off those trees. Please do. Do it for Flash. He would be really impressive. Oh no, we've been shouting you out all night.
Oh yeah, all night.
All night, every stage break.
It's been great.
But yeah, no, lick some trees, guys. So that should do it for tonight. We're gonna get everything wrapped up here, and we'll see you guys on Saturday night. Thank you all for tuning in, and we'll see you on Saturday. Good night, everyone.